Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the International Convention Center here in Newport, Wales, where we present to you Polaris 27. Let's get the action started and welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, ASTON. And now let's welcome his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Josh Ellis. Let's get the action started. Our first bout is in the welterweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, official weight 75.5 kilos. Representing Empire MMA from Wales, please welcome Alex Aston. And now let's welcome his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 75.6 kilos. Representing Nails Fight Center from Wales, let's welcome Josh Ellis.
Now, Josh, watch out. Yes, there. Good, mate. Pass some legs and Josh, take your time.
Mate, don't let him get hard now, Josh. Posture.
And up and Josh, up
and go, that's it. Perfect.
Really fast, through again. Knee slice switch.
Knee slice there.
Let's go, Josh, let's go. And we guard. No close guard, Josh, please.
Don't let him have that guard now, Josh. Posture up, please.
There it is. Yes, and through again.
Watch our leg. Grab his head, good boy. Full guard, Josh.
Eight minutes, Josh. Let's go. Let's get frame in and come back to the top, please. Back the top in, Josh.
Fine, Josh, he's breathing hard.
Just stalled in there, Josh. They're working. Back the top and Josh. Here we go. Up, Josh. Up, Josh.
Let's go, Josh. Up, Josh.
First 3 down, Alex.
Up and Josh.
Up and Josh.
Up.
Grab a single leg and up, Josh.
Here we go.
There
Up,
is, Josh, up.
And up. Josh, let's get back to guard, let's go. Let's go, Josh.
Keep working, mate.
Just put loads of frames in, Josh. Up and out then, Josh. Here we go. Come on, let's get some space. Let's get some space. Here we go. And up and out. Up and out. Here we go.
Watch that arm, Josh.
Come on, Josh. Up and out, Josh.
Up, yes.
Here we go. And up.
Come on, hold up, mate. Come on, up. That's it, good boy. Keep it. Yes.
And up. Here we go.
On,
Up and
Josh,
up,
please,
Josh. Up.
Come on, Josh, explode. Come on, let's go.
Let's get some space, Josh. Get some space. Let's get up and out. Come on, Josh, let's get some space. Let's go.
Come on, Josh, you've got 4 minutes of work, though, mate. Come on, let's go.
Now you've got to go, Josh. Let's go. Come on, Josh. Explode out. We've got to go. Come on. We need space now, Josh. Come on, Josh. We've got to go. Let's go.
How long? 3 minutes. 3 minutes left, mate. Come on. Watch you coming up for that arm, Josh.
Come on, Josh. We've got to go now, mate.
Walk your feet in, Josh, and try and bump.
Watch that triangle in arm back. Watch that arm back. Explode up, Ross. I say, come on, let's go. Stand up.
Let's go, Josh.
Go. Good boy, Josh. Up. Posture up. Explode up, Josh. Come on.
Take the triangle. More way to your back. Pardon? Go more way to your back. Take most of the triangle.
Posture up, please, Josh.
Legs over.
it. Keep going that way. Keep going that way now. Keep going. Come under the leg. Come under the leg when you can. Stack, Josh. Right arm under the leg. Nice.
Outstanding.
Nice shot.
Outstanding, Josh. Come on, you've got it now. Let's go. Let's work. Let's work. Nice,
That's
Josh.
nice, Josh. That's nice. Keep his face turned away.
Turn his face away.
Try to skip ahead.
Nice, Josh.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to an armbar, Alex ASTON.
Fully kit out the gym with the best match you've ever seen.
Completely upgraded the mat space by about 20 times. Absolutely outdone themselves with everything that they've done. A sprung floor with like best match you can get, Zebra. It's unbelievable what they've done. Honestly, like I've never walked on a mat that's like this before. Cannot wait to watch the reactions of all the fight team as they come in and see it for the first time.
Glad this is it.
It's really special, isn't it?
Sound, isn't it?
The biggest moment of our whole gym's life was at that night for us all.
Can't wait to train on them, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting at the blue corner, TASSANAI SONIAK. bout, let's welcome fighting of the red corner, Archer COLACO. Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the welterweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 77.7 kilos. Representing Fight Project Gym, Pedro Bessa. From Wales, please welcome TASSANAI SONIAK. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 73.5 kilos, representing Great Britain top team. From Spain, let's welcome Archer COLACO.
Tight. Get heavy on those hips. See that knee. And up, 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 up. Off as you can, that's it, mate. Nice. Grip it off again. Grip it off again there. Nice, good lad. Clear space, come up on top for me. Come up on top. For it. Good lad. That's nice, mate. There you go.
Good lad, Archer. 5 minutes to go.
Cook him
Halfway.
down. That's it. Keep it basic, keep it tight. Head control. Nice, nice, nice. Keep that work on, keep that frame there. Keep pressure on. Watch for the burst. That's it. Keep tight. You're going to go for it. Keep tight. That's it. There we go. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Watch the sweep off of it. That's it.
You're sweet, right?
Go heavy now. Get heavy down on him. Get heavy. That's it. Heavy down. You've got mount and smother. There we go. That's it, mate. Yes, yes, yes. Get that tight. Get that tight on him. Don't let him go anywhere. You'll finish.
4 minutes to go.
Your mount will finish. Watch the bridge. Make sure you're heavy, ready for it. Yes, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Yeah, you got a good. There you go. You got smother on there. Work those elbows up above his head.
3.5 minutes up.
That's it. Get tight on that head. Got underhooks on you now. Pressure heavy. Keep that pressure heavy.
Hey, good boy.
You go banana split. You go banana split. Here we go.
2.5 minutes, champ.
Up, 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 up. Good, good, good. Good pressure on him.
Good boy, last minute and a half.
Wake up, wake up. Wake up. And when you're on top. Watch that drop for the leg. No, up, 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 up. That's it, that's up, up. Snap down. Yes, there we go, there we go. That's it. You've got body lock on it. Look for it getting tight. Got 50 seconds on the clock. That's it, there's a pass there. That's it, watch anything on the... They're just going to fly for it in the last 40 seconds, mate. So you've got to be ready for it. There you go, now you're driving through. Now look for the pass.
Good boy, last 25 seconds, Archer.
Don't let it burst, don't let him go to your back. Don't let him run to your back. There's a pass, there's a pass. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, get head control. Get the head control. 5 seconds. There you go. Finish strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner, Archer COLACO.
So I decided to start training jiu-jitsu when I was really young. I was watching the UFC one day on a pay-per-view, and I got inspired by the combat sports since then. Jiu-jitsu has impacted my life by keeping me disciplined and keeping me on track with my external life goals as well. It keeps me disciplined and keeps me out of trouble as well. It's like, it gives me a long-term goal to work towards. The Warrior has been really helpful in terms of supplying me with the correct supplements necessary for training, so a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of post-workout nutrition. So I always feel confident knowing that I've prepared properly for fight with my nutrition and my training, knowing that I'm faster, stronger and fitter than anyone else that steps on the mat with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, YALCIN. now let's welcome fighting on the red corner, HARRI Evans. Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting on the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 80 kilos. Representing Roger Gracie Bristol from the United Kingdom by way of Turkey. Please welcome YALCIN SUCU. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 6 feet tall, official weight 80.4 kilos. Representing Shore Mixed Martial Arts from Wales, let's welcome HARRI Evans.
No rush now. Hit the knees, hit the knees, hit the knees.
Feet to feet, hand to hand. Off the center line. Left knee position, good. Keep your left knee over the collarbone to stop the body lock. Perfect. Take his head off the center line. Good.
All right, get that. Get him flat, Harry. There we go, there we go.
Now you're going to set up your inside position, yeah. Start pumping knees to make sure he's busy. Take the cross shoulder close, take his head up. Kick with the forearm. Don't worry about breaking the lock.
Keep the hip, keep the hip.
Cannot possibly pass you unless you're doing South Power pass here now. So stay busy because it's going to be stalling if he stays here. Take your cross shoulder close, just kick, take his head off. Take his head up and away, up and away. You need to get there.
Stop pressuring that pass in, please, Harry.
1 minute going on the mat.
That's it. Come up on that ankle. Come out. Come back on that ankle. There we go.
Knee position.
Don't allow the underhook. Step over. Step over there. Half guard.
Mindful of coming up on your elbow that your knee stays inside the line of his shoulder. Good. Now you get to work. Good. Elevations. Take his head off the center line again. You can bring his head higher than your head. You need to pump the knees back and forth to set up your elevation.
Steal on the Harry. Let that right down through his
2
hips.
minutes going on the mat. Don't overextend. Keep your left elbow inside your left knee, either working with a collar tie or cross shoulder press.
Stay heavy, heavy shoulder, heavy shoulder. Relax.
Stay busy with your off balances. Yalcin's going to be open up because he needs to be busy trying to pass, not just holding on the ball. Good. Set up your inside position. Pump the knees to a scoop grip.
Step over, please. Step over.
That's the second warning he's had in 2 minutes, Yalcin.
Step over, Harry.
Don't allow his head to stay on your top shoulder. Very good, Yalcin.
Underhook the head, underhook the head, underhook the head.
Take a cross lat.
Underhook the head.
Cross lat if you need it. Take your time. Double leg control. Keep control over both legs as long as you can, Yalcin. Now extend, 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 extend. Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a heel hook, YALCIN SUCU.
Good morning. Just gonna follow you guys. Alright, bye.
It's gonna be a great match. She's been working really hard. She's focused. She's locked in right now. She's cutting weight. It's not an easy thing to do, but that's what you gotta do to become champion, right? You gotta do the things that not everyone's willing to do. You gotta do the hard things. And she's doing exactly that now. She's looking sharp. She's in shape. Her technique's on point. Game plan's on point. Her mind's on point. It's just time to go and do what she likes to do, scrap. And she's gonna do exactly that. So it's gonna be a great match. I'm excited for it, excited for her. Yeah, only great things to say. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I try not to focus too much on the person that I've already fought. Like, obviously, me and Brianna have fought before at HCC in the final, which is cool. It was a very, like, technical final. It was really tough. She was a really, really great opponent. But it's also been almost 2 years now. It's a very long time ago. I've developed, I'm sure she's developed too. Our game's changed, so I feel like it's like a whole new challenge. And I never really focus on who it is. I focus more on just my jiu-jitsu and preparing for the camp. Yeah, I don't think I've ever fought on a Polaris in Wales. I think this is my first one, which is crazy. I've always just lived elsewhere and for like the majority of my black belt career. So I'm very excited for that. It'll be really cool to do like a homecoming kind of thing at the show. But yeah, I think getting to fight on home turf is really cool. And my parents are gonna come, so that's like a nice bonus, and it's not too bad for them. Only like an hour and 15 minutes kind of thing. I want to showcase more of my guard. I feel like I get pigeonholed a lot as like a top player who likes to wrestle, and to be fair, that's a fair assumption. I do like to stay on top a lot of the time, but I also love playing guards. That would be my plan. Obviously, if someone I'm fighting is insisting on playing bottom, I'm not going to then, show myself on my back. I want to make the match as exciting as possible, but I really do want to showcase my guard for once. That would be nice.
Not coast right now. Get after it. Let's go. Get after it. Not coast. Show me something good right now. Let's go.
Because Polaris has always given their support to me. It made the most sense. They've always, in the past we've talked about things and like things that I would love to see them do, or things they'd like to see from me too. And we've always had like a interactive kind of relationship where, there was like the Women's Grand Prix. We had a conversation about it, and they did it. They put it on. Like there was a conversation before about like, I feel like it should be main event, and they were like, yeah, okay, let's do it. So they've always been very like open to conversation and pushing women's jiu-jitsu as well, which is very, very important to me. And I feel like it was an obvious decision. Like it's exclusive in the UK, and to me they're the forefrunner. Forefrunner? They are great. That's what I'm gonna say. They're great, and yeah, it's always been super professional. It's probably the most professional show I've been on, and also I'm friendly with everyone who's there. Like I know them so well. I fought on Polaris since I was a purple belt. Well, we did the 4-woman bracket that had like Jazari, Chelsea, Elvira, and then myself. It's like a 4-woman bracket. I was a purple belt, and then I ultimately got to fight Jazari Matuda on that, which was like a huge moment in my career. So a lot of my biggest moments in my career have been on Polaris. So it just made sense, and literally I get to fight at home. That never happens. I never get to fight in Wales, so it made sense.
As we know, Tuesdays and Thursdays are volume days. When it's time to train, when it's time to drill, when it's time to spar, when it's time to do situationals, we're locked in. I'm locked in. I expect the same out of you guys. You guys, excellent job today on 3 hard work. 1, 2, 3, hard work! Good work, guys. Clap it up.
material in your futures.
What are you going to do to Fionn? Squeeze her head. This is for your personal outtakes.
Today I did a little session with my friend Margot Cicarelli. I'm sure people who are watching this know who she is. She's my partner in crime, you know, obviously a huge reason why I'm here in California. So we had a no-gi session along with Dorothy Dow and Sarah Rafferty. All great people, great friends, and great jiu-jitsu. So I met Margot. She basically, like, I was prepping for an event. I don't remember which one, but Margot was like, hey, why don't you come down to California and get some training in with me? And, you know, I jumped on the opportunity. I hadn't actually met her on person. We'd like conversed online a few times. And then honestly, like, that friendship for me was like, just like really a game changer. I wasn't really like friends with someone else who was kind of on the same path as me and who was like pursuing the same goals. And you know, the training was fantastic, like the energy was good, like we're great friends now. So you know, any opportunity I get to kind of cross train with her is definitely something I seek. And you know, obviously goes without saying, you know, she's training at Art of Jiu-Jitsu, and that's, you know, one of the best jiu-jitsu academies in the world. So obviously the standard of training here has been wonderful as well, you know, and Guy is an amazing coach, and you know, so it's been obviously nice to have all those benefits as well. But definitely, you know, Margot's my partner in crime on this, so we collaborate a lot on different events and preparing for them. Yeah.
Squeeze the head. Squeeze.
Yeah, I'm just looking to round out my game. I think I'm like someone who plays, I'm quite like risk averse, and I feel like I play really, I don't know, like a safe style of jiu-jitsu, which is really great, but definitely against like the top of the top. Sometimes I feel like kind of been hesitant in my matches and not committing to certain things. So I'm really like personally right now trying to kind of like build confidence and not be shy to like impose myself in my matches, and kind of dictate the pace a little bit more. I have the tendency to kind of like receive. I think technically speaking, like I'm definitely been working on, I guess, like staying in the pocket with my guard passing. Like I want to feel confident that like I don't need to necessarily go in and out as much. Like I can stay in the pocket and just kind of cook my opponents, put the pressure on them, make them want to give up. That's something I've been definitely working on quite a bit, and have the confidence, you know, even if I do get entangled, to actually just, you know, be that old man who's like, I'm on top, so my position's better no matter what.
Score with me, come on.
Yeah, I think like just keeping like a good tempo, not being impatient and overextending myself. Like Fiona's like a very forward fighter, so I don't want to like be rash with anything and like, yeah, basically overextend, give access, you know, for those knee cuts, for her to connect to my upper body. I definitely want to just keep a calm tempo going. I don't want to get caught up in kind of like this like aggressive dogfight, you know. I want to play on my own terms.
Wow. Wowie. Too much time with Margot. I can spin too.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting at the blue corner, Stuart Duffy. And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, GAVIN Thomas. Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the welterweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 75.6 kilos. Representing Team Sukata from the United Kingdom, please welcome STUART Duffy. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 76 kilos. Representing G7 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy from Wales, let's welcome GAVIN Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a straight footlock, STUART Duffy.
When you fight for a position and you've cleared that position, you shout the word reorg. And you all come together in all-round defence. No matter what's just happened, like good or bad, you move forward with a positive mindset.
Reorg to me is about belonging and helping people that are in a bad place to get to a better place through shared hardship, you know, on the mats and off the mats.
And that was it for me. That was like, that's it. Reorg. We're going to come together and we're going to move forward using jiu-jitsu to a better place.
Passing on, I think, knowledge and experience to people that need it and helping as many people as we can.
He's looking for the head and arm choke here. Trying to find a frame around her leg. She's
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, Will Southern. And now let's welcome fighting in the red corner, Ryan Williams. Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 79.4 kilos. Representing Roger Gracie Bristol from the United Kingdom, please welcome Will Southern. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 80 kilos. Representing Celtic Pride from Wales, let's welcome Ryan Williams.
Off the center line, head post, shoulder post, force the overextension. Off the center line every time.
Yeah, there we go, yep. Yeah. Sit again, sit again.
Standing, pulling weight into the toes every time. Same drill we were playing yesterday. 4 supine, front heads or supine. Shoulder post, get off the center line.
Get out on that. Yeah. Yeah, clear it, clear it. You just come back on your own. Here we go, yep, I like that.
Very good, Will. That's money in the
Coming
back,
out,
Will.
coming out, coming out, yeah, up.
Stay on it. Ready to rotate through.
RB right up, sit again.
Keep pulling weight into his toes every time, long range. Shoulder pushes, we do not stay in neutral tight. Pull weight into his toes.
We'll try and jump here, right?
Will, he will jump if you stay in neutral tight. Pull weight into his toes. Weight into his toes. Every time he pulls back, you pick a single. Let's go. Pull the weight into the toes. Will, busy. That's a compromise spot. Need to make him move. Foot trips as his weight comes into his toes. Good. Shoulder push to single now.
Hey. Yeah, stay.
Now attack the foot again. If he overextends, do the same thing. Go fine.
Watch him dropping back again.
If that foot comes to your center line, you put your steamer lock on. Off the center line, Will. Take inside foot position, left foot. Off balances to bring your left foot to the inside.
Yep.
This is impeding.
Yep. Stay with it. Again, right? Sit again.
Bring the weight into the toes, don't stay on the center line. If you touch him, you move his feet. Good, much better. And then a shoulder push to single. Use your knee to strip that finger grip. Don't accept hand to hand, Will. Off the center line. More pace of connections, Will.
Yeah, just see it, go for it.
Weight into the toes again. Very good, Will. Shoulder pushes. Do not get pushed to the edge of the mat. Much better, Will. Control the center of the mat. 3 minutes gone in the match. Start level changing. It can be faked or it can be picked. Remember, when we pick the single, we go to a high single. Good. Shoulder pushes back to the center of the mat. High pace of connections, Will. No mutual ties. Weight into his toes. Weight into his toes. Much better. Long range, make him overextend. Force him to supine with the front head. Good.
Yep. Shoot that. Come back the side.
Come back up to passing on the feet, Will. Come back to passing on the feet.
Heavy hips.
He's comfortable defending his guard. Now wants to pass on the feet.
Heavy with the X-ray, come back inside.
No pummeling to the inside. Don't allow any foot pummels to the inside.
Yep, up.
Shoulder pushes again. Keep the pace up. Shoulder, good. Pull the weight into the
shot.
toes when you're ready.
Stay up. Big heavy sprawl on it.
You need angle.
Stay there, keep sprawling it out. Not to spin the back off it. Yep.
Constantly moving.
Jump with the knee. Nice, keep going right.
Body lock is off. Stay to your strategy, Will. Weight into his toes. Disconnect from mutual ties. Wrist snaps to disconnect. Good. Halfway in the mat. Much better. And I want you to commit to your level changes more. Where's your knee fit?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Don't leave the foot dangling.
Grip the top shoulder.
Yep. Now. Right, yeah, that's halfway, okay? Halfway.
Weight back through his feet, Will. Weight into his toes. Foot trips and knee picks, Will. Wrist snapping to take off his double titles. If he goes double triceps, he's going to pull into the guard and attack your legs. If he goes double triceps, he's attacking your legs.
Watch him dropping back on it, right?
Come up to standing, play long range. You can attack that foot with Naoki lock, long range.
Try and create a bit of space first, right? Watch that. Yeah,
He
come
will
over the top
reap
with
back
that.
into your leg. He's going to try and reap with his left side. Keep your head position on the collarbone. Keep your head position on the collarbone. Come back up to pass from standing. Keep low hip position.
There we go. Trick around it from me. Trick around it.
Get your head on his top shoulder. Good.
Yep,
If his foot comes to the inside at all, you can go punch the eye
false
out
feet
again.
it.
Pull it, punch it, Will. Right up.
Yep. Yeah, use that.
And standing again, head on the top shoulder, Will. 4 minutes left in the match. You've had 2 excellent submission attempts so far. Keep the pace of connections up. Will, you can pass
Last period now, right? You're really going to have to push now, okay? You really have to push. It's the last period now, okay?
Attack that top leg again. If you come up to standing, he's going to try and invert under your outside leg. So you need to throw close or near side up.
Yep. Go the other one. Yep. Okay, right. Up.
Will, that was your chance.
Keep after it.
Play long range.
3 to go, right? 3 to go. Come on.
Off the center line. Good. Snap. If you go to front heads, he's going to pull into legs.
Yep.
He's going to focus on keeping him supine. Near side underhook and throat post. Be mindful of the choy bar on your left arm. If you reach
Yeah, keep going over it. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a heel hook, Will Southern.
So I decided to start training jiu-jitsu when I was really young. I was watching the UFC one day on a pay-per-view and I got inspired by the combat sports since then. Jiu-jitsu has impacted my life by keeping me disciplined and keeping me on track with my external life goals as well. It keeps me disciplined and keeps me out of trouble as well. It's like, it gives me a long-term goal to work towards. The Warrior has been really helpful in terms of supplying me with the correct supplements necessary for training, so a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of post-workout nutrition. So I always feel confident knowing that I've prepared properly for fight with my nutrition and my training, knowing that I'm faster, stronger and fitter than anyone else that steps on the mat with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, NICHOLS KRIS. And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Joe Matthews. Let's see the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 76 kilos, representing elite submission grappling from Albania. Please welcome NICHOLS CACERES. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 77 kilos, representing Bank BJJ from the United Kingdom. Let's welcome Joe Matthews.
Nice, Jay. Nice recovery. Coming the same way, Jay. Yeah. That's fine. All day, Jay. Yeah. Now it's your go. Nice, Jay. Just keep it open, Jay. Just keep your knee line clear. Yeah, all day long, Jay. Yeah, don't fancy that, Joe. Just leaving the left leg behind, Joe. There you go. No. Just open it up, Jay. That's all right, just open it up, Jay. All day long. Let's clear your knee line first. Yeah. Yeah, you know that ain't gonna happen, Joe. Yeah. Start creeping, Joe, to the far side. Yeah, far side, far side. You need the other leg, Joe. Let's go. Yeah. Nice. Good. Keep the knee clear. Don't worry about anything else. Yeah. Very calm, Jay. Yeah, he's going to start to make a mistake now. Keep the reap off. Keep the reap clear. Yeah. Yeah, all day, Joe. Use that right leg, Joe. That's it. Keep his head away. Keep his head away. Head off the centre line. Head off the centre line, Joe. That's it. Oh, yeah. Back through, Joe. Back through. Pull it back through the other way. Nice, Joe. Nice and calm. Yeah, you felt it now, Joe. It's fine. Starting to stumble now, Joe. Yeah, you're clear, Joe. You're clear. Let's attack again.
Joe, we've got to use these opportunities, yeah? Make your own leg positioning. Re-attack. Come on.
Now your turn, Joe. Yeah, out, escape. Now you go. Open it up.
Throw that leg in, Joe.
Throw it in. Let's go cross. Yeah.
Stay on that leg.
Now that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Making work to get out. Making work to get out. That's fine.
Re-enter now, Joe.
4.5 minutes, Joe. Yeah. Keep it off. Keep the knee line clear.
Throw that repin, Joe.
He's getting tired now, Joe. Now he's got to control himself. Yes, Joe. Yes, Joe. Good, nice recovery. Stay on it.
On it, on that leg. Chase the leg, chase the leg.
Chase the leg.
Chase the leg.
He's tired,
Chase
Joe.
the leg.
Chase the leg.
Stay on that leg now.
Go deep. Get deep on that.
Belly down, Joe. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Don't rush it.
Push that foreleg off, Joe. Push it off. Yes. Use the hand inside, the grip inside, remember?
Take the legs back now, Joe. Re-enter. Let's go.
That's it, Joe. Joe, that's 5.5 minutes now, yeah? Come on, Joe, let's see some work, man. Busy, busy, busy. Knee bar, Joe.
Take the top position now, Joe.
Yeah, good, Joe. Get that knee line clear, that's it. There you go. There you go,
Stay
there you
there.
go. Stay on it, stay on it.
Keep that leg bent.
Good, nice. Good. Lovely, Joe. Lovely, 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 lovely.
Keep going.
Keep going, Joe. Keep
Get a
going.
bite on that heel. Let's experience that heel.
Yes, Joe. Watch the back take. Out.
Stay on it, Joe.
Stay on it.
Back in.
Good, Joe.
Come on
Lovely.
top.
Keep
Don't
going,
be afraid
Joe.
to come on top and re-enter from the top, Joe. Come on, Joe. Take that back now.
Good, Joe. Good. Let's keep that knee line clear, Joe. Open up his feet. Open up his feet. Good. Lovely. Lovely, Joe. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's go, Joe.
3 minutes to go, Joe. We've got to make this work now.
Head in his head, Nick. Head in his head.
Get his head off the centre line, Joe. There you go. Push it away. He's tired now, Joe. Get to work. Let's go back to the race, man. Let's go. Come on, Joe. Go after him. Yeah, come on. Yes, Joe.
Joe, you've got to get more active. Time's against us now. Come on. Let's go.
Yes, Joe.
Let's go.
Pull it round.
That's it.
Stay
Stay on it. Stay on the arm.
Stay
Stay on the
it.
arm. Stay on the arm. Change to the arm bar if you can. Pick up a leg if you can. Regain that guard. Regain that guard. Get the leg in.
Good, Joe. And again, go again.
Change to that leg. On the leg on top now, Joe.
Good, good, good,
You've got to
good.
start coming on top of it as well. 2 minutes.
Nice attempt, Joe.
Don't let him twist out. Stay on that leg.
Stay on it, Joe. Punch
Stay
it
on the
through.
leg.
Step the right leg out.
Don't be afraid to come on top if you're losing it, Joe.
There you go, Joe. You're on. You're on.
Keep that leg bent. Put bend in that
Lovely
leg.
entry. Lovely entry, Joe.
Don't let him create that separation. Let's control that second leg
Nice,
if you can.
Joe.
Keep cupping there, Joe. Keep that leg
Keep
bent.
that leg in.
Keep that heel under your armpit.
2 minutes left, Joe.
Don't let him come out of that. Come on, Joe. Stay on that foot.
And again, Joe. Nice.
Let's go.
Lovely. Yeah, put it back.
Put it back. Put the hips closer to him.
Lovely. Good,
That's it,
Joe.
and again,
Nice
Joe.
entry again.
Belly down now. Re-enter, Joe.
His head's going to come. You keep it off the centre line, Joe.
Come more, Joe.
Yeah. Good, Joe.
Let's go back for that leg then. Come on.
Minute 15 left, Joe. He's tired, man. Let's go. Good, Joe. Good. Yes, Joe.
Stay on top,
Stay
Joe.
on, Joe. Go on, and again. And again. Yes, Joe.
Joe, you've got 50 seconds. We've got to get some work done here. Let's go. All at it now.
Let's go, Joe. Come on. Lovely. Go. Pull guard. Pull guard, Joe. Pull on it.
Go.
Nice. And again.
On the leg.
Good, Joe.
On that leg. 30 seconds, Joe. Let's make something happen. Kimura, lad. Kimura.
Go on, Joe.
Go. Keep it. On top.
Nice, Joe. And
Pass
again.
to the other side, Joe. Put a bend in the leg. Belly down. Belly down. Go. And again.
Good,
and again.
Joe. Good.
Stay on it.
Last 10, stay on it. Stay positive. Let's go.
Go. Come on, Joe. Hips in.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, go to the judges' scorecards and they see it for your winner, NIKOLAS KRIS.
Hello and welcome to the prelims for Polaris 27. My name's Daniel Strauss. I am joined as always by Tom Barlow, once again by Braulio Estima. Guys, we've got some really exciting prelim matches on tonight. Starting off, it's going to be London Grapple's Will Nichols going against Max Armstrong. We've got a ladies match, Robyn Lucas making a much anticipated Polaris debut against KRISTIE RABY. Christian OZBEK taking on Shane Price. Then we've got Manu PEREZ taking on the hometown hero Norman. Nathan Kay stepping in last minute, taking on Finn CAREY, and then Phil Harris taking on Chris Edwards. We've also got two fantastic spotlight matches, super exciting. You guys are lucky to have for free on YouTube. We have a title match, KEITH KRIKORIAN taking on Cammy Donnelly, and then we have two current UFC fighters battling it out on the Polaris mats. It's ELLIS CACERES taking on Nathaniel Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting in the blue corner, Will Nichols.
First athlete making their walk to the mat now. It's 20-year-old Will Nichols, competing out of London Grapple, up-and-coming grappler. We have seen him a couple of times, or we have seen him once, sorry, at Polaris 24. He won his debut via judge's decision. His original opponent, Carson Coles, had to pull out, unfortunately, with an injury, and Max Armstrong stepping in to replace his teammate there. Should be a really fun matchup against two up-and-comers.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Max the Spiteful Baboon Armstrong.
And his opponent is Max Armstrong, 27 years old, out of Roger Racing, North Bristol. Now this academy, they really are, you know, if you have your eye on the scene, on the competition scene and on these shows, they really are starting to come into their own. They're producing a lot of fantastic talent. We've already seen two of the athletes from Roger Gracie, North Bristol tonight, both picking up wins. They've got a big crowd in attendance here, so this should be a super, super exciting match.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the welterweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 83.2 kilos. Representing London Grapple from the United Kingdom, please welcome Will NICHOLS. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, official weight 83.3 kilos. Representing Roger Gracie, North Bristol from the United Kingdom, let's welcome Max, the Spiteful Baboon, Armstrong.
Immediate guard pull for NICHOLS here. Max Armstrong could be, for some people, they might not have heard of him before. He's starting to make some waves on the competition scene, lots of competition experience. He competed on GrappleFest just 3 weeks ago and picked up a submission victory, so coming in hot to this match here tonight.
Good angle, start threatening the knee line as soon as you create that angle. Knee position is good.
Inversion here from NICHOLS, trying to get on those legs and using it to sweep, and looks like he's successful there.
Yeah, very nice little wrestle up from Will.
Excellent pummels, good foot positions, killed that underhook straight away, very good. Let's start taking his head over your head.
Will had a really dominant performance in his last match on Polaris. He controlled the whole pace of the match, came close to finishing it or taking it back a few times, but couldn't quite get there. He was a little bit disappointed after I spoke to him that he didn't get the finish.
That's the sign of a serious competitor when they win their Polaris debut and they're not happy with it.
Yes, good. Cross lat post, guide his head over your head. The more he sits back, the more you pump knees.
Nice framing here underneath from Armstrong.
Interested that Max has been pulling Will's head when Will is putting pressure forward. This is kind of can be dangerous on the long run because the legs gets really tired. But we'll could see what he's planning with that. Maybe to get a inversion or try to go to the back somehow.
Let's start bringing his head off the center line, a little more active with the off balances now. 2 minutes gone in the mat.
Lots of controlling of the sort of ankle, bottom of the shin area for NICHOLS on top. Could see some loose passing here if he steps that right leg from the outside. But still sort of insistent with this knee cut.
Yeah, I feel like this is still kind of a little bit of a feeling out process from both guys. They're not really fully engaging into any like heavy pass. Like Will's in a pretty good position here, but he's not, you know, he's not really insisting on it too much.
Yeah, it's such a stark contrast from some of the other matches we saw. We have had 7 early prelim matches prior to this, and a lot of the slightly less experienced competitors, they come out super, super aggressive. There's so much tension. It's so intense from the get-go. Whereas the slightly more experienced competitors, as we're seeing here, can be a little bit more relaxed. They're feeling out, they're taking their time, and they're looking for those openings.
Also a bit of trying to wear the opponent down, right? When you're applying this kind of pressure, you know, you kind of making the person on the bottom to waste a lot of energy to be pushing out, and eventually that's when things happen.
Yeah.
Will's doing a lovely job of transitioning from side to side, like inside the guard and trying to open up angles to work from. You saw it there when Max tried to go to that false sweep. Will just shut it down, switch back to the opposite side, and put himself in a good passing position.
Yeah, you can see here Will controlling, pulling Max's head. This limits a lot the development of the guard. And then a lot of people think that by being half a guard, you can only put a shoulder pressure to control. But this kind of pulling pressure towards his knee is quite uncomfortable for the person on the bottom.
And we saw a little attempt there from NICHOLS to pummel that right leg out from that guard position. So he's starting, it looks like he's starting to turn up the intensity just a little bit, but being super patient in his passing. Looked like Armstrong was reaching for a far side leg there, possibly for an inversion, but so far, so far the pressure from Nichols on top is just being a little bit too much as he slowly develops into a full pass.
You can see him getting deeper and deeper in every position.
There you go, there is the pass.
Now to the back.
Exposure on the back here.
Doesn't have a good strong seatbelt at the moment.
And Nick is controlling really well the fight.
Yeah.
He's showing a lot of maturity and patience as well.
I mean, he's only 20 years old, so he's very young.
That head there controls. You can see he swapped for the left arm, constantly aiming to control the head, either pushing away or pulling inwards, which stops complete development from the bottom player. Oh, Dan, can you just explain a little bit more on that scenario or the rules for those 7 prelims that we're going to be watching?
Yeah, well, you know, for those who aren't familiar with our Polaris rule set, it's judged on 3 sort of hypothetical rounds. We're not stopping in between the rounds. But the match, the 10-minute match is broken up into 3-minute and 20-second rounds, and then each round will be based on...
Opa spin here to the heel hook attack.
I mean, points aren't going to matter if there is a submission, or judges' decisions aren't going to matter if there's a decision here.
Yeah, Max has done a nice job of controlling that leg and avoiding stopping Will pulling his knee line free.
He missed such a good opportunity there, Tom. If you put that to the heel hook position, outside heel hook, would be a much more dangerous situation for Will. Well, we see now that is danger on Max guard now.
Yeah, so, you know, going back to this the scoring system here, so the first 3 minutes 20 undoubtedly would have gone to Will Nichols. We're in the second round, so to speak, and it's been relatively close. I wasn't paying attention to the time when that attempted back take happened and that pass happened.
I think it was in the second period.
Yeah.
But I mean, in that first round, Will had the wrestle up from the bottom. You know, he was really
Will certainly took the first round. We'll probably
pace.
assume the second round. So, I mean, there's still time, and attacks will be scored higher than transitions. So, more submission attempts from underneath could equal this out going into the third round.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is a very similar performance to Will's last match. You know, he's controlling the pace, doing a really good job of shutting down any of Max's attacks.
Yeah, I like the anchor that he uses with the right arm around the butt area, the hip, or the gluteals, which anchors any push-ups from Max. Again, the head control. See, guys, if you don't do that yet, this is so important. Look at the face that Max has. Like, we cannot see on the camera, but on the other side, he's kind of putting a lot of energy to be able to get into the zero position that he can start something. So draining the energy.
Yeah, that is really so far sort of the story of this match. Will Nichols with the pressure on top, being very patient but pretty relentless, taking opportunities where he sees them but not rushing anything. I mean, he's playing a smart game. You know, Tom, you're talking about if he was disappointed in not getting the submission in his first outing. I mean, the style that he plays isn't... I mean, he may be hungry for a submission, but the way that he's playing is more measured, it's more controlled.
Yeah, but you remember our first goal always when we're competing is to win, right?
Of course, yeah.
That's what he's doing, and he's doing it really well.
Yeah.
You know, he's shutting down all of Max's attacks, you know, he's getting into good positions. He's dictating the pace, which is so crucial. You know, and dropping back on a leg, you know, it might look cool or whatever, but if you lose position, you end up in the bottom in a bad situation, you lose the match.
Yeah, it's risky.
Pinch knees over his knee, a pendulum will bring his knee to the mat.
A lot of pressure here on the shoulder. You can see Max. I mean, you cannot see on the camera, but on the other side you can see the... Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, you can see the vein.
There's a lot of pressure that's not comfortable whatsoever. See, he's putting out the pressure. You know, the best thing to do in that case if it was Max is putting the right hand underneath the hips and through to the other. Here we go, look at that. There you release, here we go. See?
I mean, talking of shoulder pressure, do you want to know the worst shoulder pressure I've ever felt? As Will Nichols here possibly switches into a Kimura.
Victor?
Nope. The man sitting to my left right here, Braulio Steamer.
I mean, Victor's a good pressure.
Victor gave me an abscess.
He's relentless, eh?
Possible leg look attempt here from Armstrong. He's going to need something. We've got to assume at this point he's going to be significantly down on the judges' scorecard.
Yeah, if Will can smash this this leg down to the ground, it's going to put him in a Max in a leg drag, which is not going to be great. You know, he's going to be really twisted up.
And I think that is going to be the case here.
Yeah, he needs to put that knee through, right, on the floor. And then Max has to bring the knee up. The fight is about that knee. Look, the knee down. Here we go.
Yeah, and now it's really low down. He needs to
pass.
Right hand fishing for that underhook to take away any chance.
And he just needs to sprawl through that now as
that
well.
triangle is not hold anything on that situation.
I mean, my knees are hurting a little bit just watching him attempt to hold on to that.
Yeah. Just a matter of time.
Lots of pressure, and we can assume there's going to be a straight pass off of this for Nichols.
Yeah, both on the hooks as well. That's like critical situation here for Max.
Yeah. Will's just trying to figure out how to slide through, free up his leg.
Well, Will's putting a lot of pressure for the size, and he's doing really well on the controlling, don't losing position.
Yeah. Another back take attempt here.
So smooth. He's gonna so smooth. Look at that, so confident.
Yeah, that was a beautiful back take there.
It looked like for a second he was going to try and roll through there, sort of Genki pseudo style.
Right elbow, right elbow.
Looking into that, nice. Using the almost a katagatame grip to switch to the back.
Beautiful jiu-jitsu display here by Will.
I mean, great defensive work from Armstrong underneath there. That's 2 times now that Will has almost taken his back, and both times he was able to get his back to the floor and turn into his opponent. So we are going to see the end of the time of this match. You can see Armstrong a little bit disappointed, never really able to get into his game. Will Nichols looking very, very dominant, very composed. Didn't really put a foot wrong that entire match.
Yeah, here you can see that false sweep attempt. This was, probably the best moment for Max.
That was, pretty much the only moment.
And then Will defended it very, very deftly. Prevented the angle from the leg attack.
Yeah, I think Max wasn't very confident going for heel hooks.
This is that lovely,
such a good opportunity. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful little transition.
Well, let's send it over to our judges to get the official results of this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner, Will Nichols.
And as suspected, Will Nichols picks up the victory, going 2-0 on Polaris. And for our next matchup, we have Ippon Gym's Robyn Lucas taking on Craig Ewers Academy's KRISTIE RABY.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome fighting in the blue corner, Robyn Lucas.
First out is Robyn Lucas. She is super, super excited to be making her Polaris debut tonight. Robyn has really been tearing up the grappling scene over the last couple of years. I've commentated her matches a couple of times on Enyo. She's been on GrappleFest, 3-0 on Enyo Grapple and 2-0 on GrappleFest. She picked up double gold at Nogi Euros last year at Purple Belt. World Masters champion at Blue Belt. A serious, serious competitor who is super excited to be making the walk onto the famous Polaris mats tonight.
And now let's welcome fighting in the red corner, KRISTIE RABY.
Her opponent is KRISTIE RABY, also making her Polaris debut. But I spoke to KRISTIE earlier, and a very different attitude to Robyn. Robyn was super excited to step onto the big stage, whereas KRISTIE was feeling like she couldn't let that moment, you know, that big stage get on top of her and get into her head, and she's just looking at it as another day on the mat. She has not competed for a long time, since before COVID, so you know, we're talking 4-ish years since she last competed. So a serious jump in the deep end. First competition back, and it's on the Polaris stage.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the flyweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, official weight 56 kilos. Representing Ippon Gym from the United Kingdom, let's welcome Robyn Lucas. And now her opponent in the red corner. She stands 5 feet 1 inches tall, official weight 55.9 kilos. Representing Craig Ewers Academy from Wales, let's welcome KRISTIE RABY.
Polaris is sponsored by Warrior, the creators of the world's tastiest protein bar. Try Warrior Crunch today.
Sounds pretty good. Might go find myself some Warrior Crunch.
We also have some tasty protein shakes out there as well.
Need to fuel the body and the brain when you're doing commentary for Polaris.
Yeah, there's some aggressive hand work going on.
I mean, both of these ladies are competing out of gyms with head coaches who are famed for their judo. Of course, Ippon Gym with Jeff Ippon Lawson, and Craig Ewers Academy, of course, Craig Ewers, a very well-known judoka.
Yeah, Jeff is the holder of that, I'm guessing, famous or infamous throw to armbar that you always see on the Polaris highlights. 2 of them, in fact.
Yep. And it's KRISTIE who gets first blood here in the stand-up, and I've seen Robyn has very, very nice arm bars from the close guard position.
That's a very good, big danger for.
Yeah, she's already up into that top.
She's getting up. She's getting up.
Yeah. KRIS needs to be very careful here. You know, last time, I believe it was the last Enyo show, Robyn got this absolutely beautiful armbar from the guard position, and that's exactly what she's working right now. This is
critical situation now.
Yeah, she's into the dead orchard now. This is a bad position to get
very, very bad.
Really tricky. You can see she's trying to separate out those hands.
Yeah, she needs to free that right one first, then to pull the hand, the left hand.
Sort of the arms are so isolated on the inside there, you can really just start manipulating them. Yeah.
This is also being choking KRISTIE too. Here we go.
Yeah.
And there it is. Oh no!
She
let
it go too soon.
She let it go too soon.
And no protesting from underneath there. So possibly she did just
let it go.
Opted out of it. Very interesting there, because that looked fully on.
Yeah, no, it did. But like, I mean, you know, KRISTIE just kept moving. You know, she was exploding out of the position rather than you know, the.
And I guess I'm guessing that Robyn didn't want to risk getting passed off of that scramble there.
That's the fine line of sportsmanship, you know, because it happened to me before. You know, like you go, it's over. the opponent's going to accept, and they're going to see it's on the side.
I mean, talking about being over here, ROBYN Lucas tying up a Kimura on the side, the left side of RABY, and if she can get some movement of this arm away from the body, this is going to be a nasty submission to try and get out of.
Just try to put that left hook in to be able to create a push somehow, to create a range. Here we go.
Oh. There's the Kimura.
It's pretty on.
Oh yeah, I
don't think she's going to let it go this time.
No, I mean,
I will just point out, women's limbs just move very differently from guys.
It is different. It's hips, it's shoulders.
This is sort of giving me a flashback of Maggie Grindatti at our Polaris Grand Prix, having this Kimura, you know, fully locked off backwards and basically just ignoring it. Their arms just, they don't snap like our arms seem to snap.
She's really tough, you know. But hey, it's another full control sweep. Got the top.
Yeah, nice cradle, right?
And we're just, this is in a couple of seconds going to be the end of the first round here. And, you know, no doubt that ROBYN Lucas is going to be well up on the scorecards with two, I mean, very, very close to finish submissions. But this is the nice thing about the rule set. Even though KRISTIE has lost the first round, she still has 2 more rounds. You know, that doesn't affect the following round, so she could still win this on the judges' scorecard. She just needs to really get into her rhythm and start to find some opportunities to get some attacks off on Lucas.
Nice, Tom. Keep shooting on your left hip. Look for that leg. Look for that leg.
See, getting underneath here. Can't quite tell if it's KRISTIE trying to use a deep half position, but whatever it is, there's a pass and straight onto the back.
Very smooth. Now flying on her out as well. It's a terrible position to be in.
It's Katagatame is getting really tight here.
Yeah. She's in that
just
leg to
throw
defend
a little
it,
bit. Now it's start getting on. She's doing well to control, help the legs here to release the pressure. But
I think KRISTIE looks pretty relaxed in this position. In all honesty,
I mean that looks very, very
tight.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, being relaxed is one thing. ROBYN Lucas sinking into this position here, and there's the tap.
Yeah, I mean, when you see the play start to move a little bit faster than before, you know it's on.
Yeah. I mean, fantastic performance by ROBYN Lucas. 3 incredible submission attempts, finally able to get the tap. I mean, really what it comes down to is RABY's so durable on those arm submissions,
very
so
resilient,
bendy in positions, but you can't durability your way out of a choke, and that was the way.
She starts so well with a tick down there.
Here's that first arm bar again.
It was she actually did touch a little bit on the hip.
Yeah, I think it was as our arm came out though.
And this is a super tight.
Yeah, there was no way
here.
As you always say, right? When you go for the chokes, either you tap or you not.
Yeah.
I think the thing is she released 1 millisecond before she should.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to an arm triangle, ROBYN Lucas.
There you go, ROBYN Lucas with the submission victory. I think you're right there, Braulio. I think she might be watching tape back afterwards and thinking, damn, I think I could have had that arm bar if I just committed a little bit more to it, but she's going to be pretty happy with the result regardless.
Yeah, of course, it was an amazing performance. But it's a good lesson as well, right? Because even KRISTIE, she was going to that. She was going to, but she didn't.
Yeah.
So she carried on.
Yeah.
And so, guys, for you, if you compete or experience any kind of super fights or like that, remember that, you know, just stop when the referee stops.
Absolutely.
So I decided to start training jiu-jitsu when I was really young. I was watching the UFC one day on a pay-per-view and I got inspired by the combat sports since then. Jiu-jitsu's impacted my life by keeping me disciplined and keeping me on track with my external life goals as well. It keeps me disciplined and keeps me out of trouble as well. It's like, it gives me a long-term goal to work towards. The Warrior has been really helpful in terms of supplying me with the correct supplements necessary for training, so a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of post-workout nutrition. So I always feel confident knowing that I've prepared properly for fight with my nutrition and my training, knowing that I'm faster, stronger and fitter than anyone else that steps on the mat with me.
And we are on to our next bout. I'm really, really excited for this one. Hoping for a battle, a stand-up war here with some good wrestling. We have Christian OZBEK taking on Polaris veteran Shane Price.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, Christian OZBEK.
First to make his walk to the mat, making his Polaris debut tonight, it is the Wizard of OZBEK, Christian OZBEK. Representing, get this, London Shoot Fighters, Submission Grappling Club, and Roger Gracie Academy. This guy is training all day, every day, all over the place. A very close training partner of one of the top guys in Europe, one of the top guys in the world, in fact, at the moment, Owen O'Flanagan. He has a very strong judo background, so we are hoping. He said in the past he struggled to have to find opponents that are winning the stand with him, so he's hoping to have a good wrestling battle tonight against Shane Price.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Shane Price.
36-year-old Shane Price making his walk now. We have seen Shane on the Polaris mats on 2 occasions, Polaris 12 and 19. Tough matches, picking up losses both times, so looking to return to Polaris tonight and pick up a win. He is in front of a home crowd. And also a judo black belt, so I think both of these guys are going to be very happy to have a bit of a wrestling shootout. Do not expect to see any guard pulls at pretty much any point in this match, I imagine.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 85.3 kilos. Representing London Shoot Fighters and Submission Grappling Roger Gracie. From Greece, please welcome Christian OZBEK. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 85 kilos. Representing SPG. From Wales, let's welcome Shane Price.
So Polaris is sponsored by Gentle Art Apparel, a collection of premium clothing by 10-time world champion Roger Gracie.
Yeah, once you get over into double digits of world championships, you can start to forget exactly what number it is. Already seen a couple of takedown attempts here. Christian OZBEK known for his foot sweeps, so be on the lookout for that. I think he's just released an instructional with Fanatics, actually.
Oh, beautiful.
But speaking of foot sweeps, it's almost first blood for Shane Price. I mean, a lot of the time when we see two guys stand and wrestle on Polaris, it can get a little bit dull, but we are 30 seconds into this already, and both of these guys really happy to engage and not be too cautious in their stand-up here. So I'm hoping they can keep this pace up for the remainder of the match.
Good on the hook there.
Attempt at a throw by, foot sweep.
Attempt at a foot sweep, yeah.
Shane straight back up.
You see, that's a good influence from Charles Negroponte. He's doing this so well. He killed it at the ADCC trials, and then using this underhook and jumping to the back. Wow!
Whoa,
look at
beautiful!
That. Beautiful, beautiful.
I mean,
we're just going to have lots of highlight throws.
I mean, I was looking at the audience there after like a crazy throw, and not a single movement. You can tell who is the Welsh fighter here and who the crowd are supporting, because any other place, the crowd would be going wild for a massive throw like that.
Yeah, nice entry there as well from Shane.
Stuffed by Christian, and I think these guys, no intention to really do much grappling on the ground here. I think they're quite happy to stand up and trade takedowns. Absolutely disgraceful lack of appreciation for a massive throw there.
I like the cartwheel out of it as well, because that was pretty beautiful.
Yeah, it was good.
Just didn't quite manage to get over the top. It was good.
Another foot sweep attempt here by OZBEK. Drop into a single. Not much in terms of setup here.
Look at the
balance. Nice high crotch.
Gets to the back here and almost finishes.
Yeah.
But
Man, OZBEK is so comfortable on defending, right? He's so like, he goes with it.
Yeah, he does. You can really tell someone who's super comfortable in the wrestling, in the judo, because they
Wow,
seem
look
so.
at that! Wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
The balance seems so relaxed. There's no tension. So mobile.
He really want to wrestle, isn't it?
I think he's just trying to rack up a good highlight reel here tonight.
He's got a couple of them already. He's starting to get Shane twitching a little bit, which is never a good sign when you're standing up. He's biting on all of those feints.
I mean, there is a significant difference, I got to say, in age. Christian OZBEK, 26, 10 years his elder is Shane Price. So as this match goes on a little bit, we're only 3 minutes in, but insane pace set so far. And you've got to be imagining that it's going to be again. It's going to be Price who's going to start to wilt a little bit as this match goes on. Straight into our sponsored.
He did.
Christian actually looked to see where the camera was, yeah, just to avoid it, I think.
A little bit.
Or
well,
if it was.
Well, he trains at RGA, so it makes sense to get some press on the Gentle Art Apparel logo over there.
Yeah. Shane dropping back into the single leg again.
Yeah, you can see that Shane is getting that single all the time, but so well defended, very calmly by OZBEK.
Thumbs up to his corner there. And we're starting to see Shane looking a bit more tired here and not really having an answer to the puzzle that is the stand-up credentials of Christian OZBEK.
Yeah, he's looking for the foot sweep again, it looks like.
Yeah, you can see that the experience in wrestling is a lot more fun, you know, OZBEK fights with a lot of finesse.
He does.
And then also, it's like a dance, you know. Sometimes when we focus on jiu-jitsu only, we go straight to the point direct, but you have to play the game. Whatever you do first, there's a counter you do always for the second or third. He always have very good follow-up, very much like that. See, fakes and to get the grip. Now he's in a better position to go for the takedowns. Look at that.
Big smile on the face of OZBEK. He's having a good time out here. Price not really able to find an answer to this so far. Still about 5 minutes left in this match.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating, right? You get to your best positions and not be able to even to move the guy like a tree is crazy.
Yeah, oh, I mean, that was a beautiful little hop that he did there to avoid that Uchimata.
This is great, though. It's great to see two guys so happy to engage and make attempts here in the standing game. I do wonder if we're going to see, I wouldn't be surprised if the frustration just starts to mount, and combined with the fatigue, Price might look to sit and play a guard position. You know, why keep standing up if you're just going to get put down again? So far, he hasn't made that choice, but I wouldn't be surprised he's got 4.5 minutes, just over 4.5 minutes left. Tries to hit a switch here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Shane's doing some great wrestling as well, but he's just outclassed on the feet by Christian. It's not that he's doing bad things, but Christian's just that much better than him.
Yeah, I think you know, OZBEK, what I like about his game is that he off balance before he applied the takedown. Yeah. And this is very important. Then it becomes easier if you go straight to the point like Shane is doing. He hits the wall.
It's the Kasushi, right?
Yeah.
The idea of the off balancing before the attempt.
And you see that Shane is controlling either the shoulder if they're on the hook, or the head, or above the shoulder, push the shoulder down, and making Shane to move and get into the count. There we go. See that? Look, do one, he defends, go to the next one.
Yeah.
Good takedown here by OZBEK. He wants to wrestle. He wants to wrestle.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do jiu-jitsu. He wants to take down.
And usually when someone doesn't want to do jiu-jitsu, it becomes a bit of a boring match. But, I mean, basically a clinic of foot sweeps and various judo techniques here from OZBEK means that I'm quite happy to see him continue to stand if Price is happy to stand up and engage with him. I like that a very small attempt there by Price is rewarded more than a massive takedown attempt from OZBEK by this Welsh crowd. There is some serious...
Here we go.
Literally nothing in the audience. Oh, one person's clapping.
Yeah, now Christian's going to have to figure out how to stand up from side control, though.
Yeah, this is the question. Is he going to try now?
What's he going to do? Like, let him come up for a single leg, maybe?
Just under 3 minutes left. Is he going to try and go for a finish from here? And
he's setting up a Kimura grip, transitioning around to the back.
I think it would be a real shame for OZBEK to be so dominant throughout this match and not finish with a submission.
Yeah.
I mean, you at this point, we've got 2.5 minutes left. You've kind of proved your point. Let's put an exclamation point at the end of this match and see if we can go for a finish.
I think that is one of those things, right? It is submission grappling, right? It's not just taking people down to the ground. This stuff's all cool, but let's connect it to something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
And look for the finish. Nice little whip, wrist whip.
Yeah, OZBEK did get a very dominant position, and then Shane was able to escape really well, but I don't think he went for any kind of submission, really.
He's just really trying to rack up that content for that instructional. The man knows his marketing. I would love to see OZBEK really start to push the pace and take advantage of a depleted opponent, possibly a bit of, I mean, I'd say mentally broken, and most people would be at this point, but Price really isn't looking like that. He looks like he's very much still in this. He's still defending. He's still even attacking a little bit. He's just not able to get anything, like you said before, just completely outclassed on the feet by
I mean, he's
OZBEK.
just been thrown around a bit, right? It's
I would like to see him pulling guard and see what would
actually,
happen.
from the bottom, he did okay. You know, he entered a pretty decent entry on the legs.
Almost a little bit of pride at stake here, where he's doesn't want to pull guard because he doesn't want to, you know, judo black belt. They're talking about having a stand-up battle. He's not happy to concede the bottom position. 1 minute left in this.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him entangling the legs and see what OZBEK could show some jiu-jitsu as well.
And I'm not sure we're going to get to see any of it, but I mean, an insane clinic of various takedowns and lots of foot sweeps.
And Shane just keeps coming back up.
Shane pops up and Christian goes for it again.
This
Possible last takedown attempt here.
Can he get it?
Oh! The crowd goes wild.
There we go. On his back.
Awesome.
As the bell goes for the end of this match here.
What?
I mean, a really interesting...
Why did he came up? I didn't get that.
Was that?
Why did he stand up again?
Well, it was the end of the match at that point.
But no, it was just now that there was the horn, right? He took the back and then let it go and stood up. I didn't understand that. I'd like to see what you guys see. Look,
I think there was like a second or two left in it.
I mean, we don't have enough time to show all of the replays from this match. There really are maybe the most highlight reel content.
That was the time.
The most takedowns,
The most takedowns we've ever seen, or close to takedowns.
Here we go, look at this. He went down, he flipped him over, and the fight's still on.
Yeah.
The fight is on.
And he just stood up.
He just stood up. Well, that would be a choke opportunity.
There's going to be no surprise with the victor here, but let's send it down to our MC tonight to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner, Christian OZBEK.
And there you go, no surprise, absolute takedown clinic from Christian OZBEK. Fantastic to see him, a great showing in his Polaris debut, and already we start thinking about some great wrestlers and judokas that we could possibly match him up with in the future. Next up, the one everyone here has been waiting for. It's MANU PEREZ taking on Polaris's Norman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome fighting on the blue corner, MANU PEREZ.
First up, we have 39-year-old MANU PEREZ representing Spain, the owner of 10th Planet Barcelona, making his Polaris debut tonight. Had some good results in competitions, recently picked up a gold at Grapple Industries Milan. And if the last match was anything to go by, he is going to come to a frosty reception here tonight. He's going to have to pull something pretty incredible out to get the heart rate of our Welsh crowd moving as he takes on a Welshman.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Norman.
That share Adele, Norman, people that only need one name. Long-time Polaris crew member. He made his Polaris debut competitively at Polaris 25, picking up the win via judge's decision. Tonight, he returns. Looking to get another victory in front of the home crowd.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the middleweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 77 kilos. Representing 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Barcelona, from Spain, please welcome MANU PEREZ. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 77.8 kilos. Representing Nails Fight Center, Pedro Bessa, from Wales, let's welcome Norman.
So this match is sponsored by Tatami, the world's largest jiu-jitsu brand, trusted and worn by champions. Fun fact about this, I think Norman sold out like 1/10 of the arena by himself.
Sounds about right. Immediately looking to jump for a guillotine here.
That's a very good attack.
Arm in guillotine attempt.
Oh, he went to the wrong side.
Oh, nicely reversed. Doesn't allow his opponent to take top position there. Nicely done.
Good recovery.
Looking for that knee slide again. He used that knee slide really well in his last match.
Well, he's got to watch shoulder crunch, sweep here. Nicely done. Lots of pressure through that arm. Takes top position.
A lot of action the first minute here.
Absolutely, yeah. Wasting no time.
Foot got stuck here.
Yeah, it looks like MANU was sitting back into like a leg entanglement then as well.
I was going to say,
step inside, now he's going to throw the leg over and try and go towards a heel hook.
10th Planet grappler is MANU PEREZ, so we could see some classic 10th Planet unorthodox attacks here.
He really wants some leg locks.
I mean, he's got to watch that knee line, that knee bar if he does position.
His foot's caught up in there as well, so you can't push off
heel hook.
Oh, and there's the tap. And there is the finish.
That was the tap, but that was, and the knee wasn't even controlled, right?
Well, I'm not sure. I think he might have had the leg crossed over the other one.
Yeah, it got stuck.
Yeah,
I think we'll hopefully we'll see in the replay here. Here's that reversal early on. And here is the finish.
See, the knee is almost out.
The knee is almost out, but enough torque goes through that.
Oh, it's on the heel, I think.
That heel hook, yeah.
Yeah, it was a heel hook.
It was a heel hook, not a knee bar, yeah.
But usually that knee, when it's out, it can be turned, but he was entangled, right?
Nice submission finish from MANU PEREZ.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to a heel hook, MANU PEREZ.
That was beautiful adjustment there. if you see when he held the heel with both hands by pulling upwards to place the heel in a good spot, very smart.
Nice work from the Spaniard making his Polaris debut.
Beautiful medal. Hey, you can fry 2 eggs on it.
Oh, yeah. Polaris don't do anything by halves.
So I decided to start training jiu-jitsu when I was really young. I was watching the UFC one day on a pay-per-view and I got inspired by the combat sports since then. Jiu-jitsu has impacted my life by keeping me disciplined and keeping me on track with my external life goals as well. It keeps me disciplined and keeps me out of trouble as well. It's like, it gives me a long-term goal to work towards. The Warrior has been really helpful in terms of supplying me with the correct supplements necessary for training, so a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of post-workout nutrition. So I always feel confident knowing that I've prepared properly for a fight with my nutrition and my training, knowing that I'm faster, stronger and fitter than anyone else that steps on the mat with me.
He's looking for the head and arm choke here. Trying to find a frame around her leg. She's
And now in the 70 kilo division, we have a very late replacement. London Grapple's Nathan Kay is taking on the Welshman, Finn Carey.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting on the blue corner, Nathan Kay.
First out is Nathan Kay. Very, very late notice replacement here. I believe on just a day or two's notice. The original opponent was, oh no, Tom saying me, a 7-day.
You got notice at 6 p.m. last night.
6 p.m. last night, okay. Yeah, so that's about as late notice as you get. Nathan Kay, game at all times, able to step up and take on the challenge here. We have seen Kay on Polaris 2 times before. He has yet to pick up a win. And he's looking to change that here tonight.
And now let's welcome, fighting on the red corner, Finn Carey.
His opponent from Amos Martial Arts is Finn Carey. We saw him on the prelims of Polaris 25, picked up a great win, was super, super impressive, just 21 years old. He's won Nogi Euros at purple belt. Possibly one of, well, certainly one of the more exciting up-and-comers. Certainly someone to keep a very close eye on. He's got a super tough opponent tonight in Nathan Kay. This is going to show us a lot of what Finn Carey is working with.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the lightweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 70 kilos. Representing London Grapple from the United Kingdom, please welcome Nathan Kay. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 70 kilos. Representing Amos Martial Arts from Wales, let's welcome Finn Carey.
Polaris is sponsored by Scramble, Jiu-Jitsu clothing and equipment since 2009. Yeah, I remember Finn looking incredibly impressive in both of his opponents. I think he's had two appearances, right? Was it just one?
I think he's just had one.
Yeah, I remember him looking incredibly impressive.
Yes, we got it. Yeah, he did. He certainly did. Super dynamic. He's very young, 21 years old. Yeah, one to watch out for. It's going to be super interesting to see how he deals with the guard work of Nathan Kay, a very experienced grappler in his own right.
Yeah, he faced Matias Jimenez, Roberto Jimenez's brother. and just put in an amazing performance.
We're used to seeing Kay play this, you know, immediately go into the guard position. Kay, one of the instructors, one of the main guys, you know, core team down at London Grapple. A very, very good grappler. Has not really been able to show his best work on Polaris in the past.
Yeah, I know he only had like 6 hours, 6 p.m. yesterday was when he got the call to come and do this. But, you know, he's always training, always in shape. You know, so when you get the opportunity to compete on Polaris, you take it, right?
You certainly do.
Good grip here with that Kay is doing, holding the toes, which stops Finn from stretching the leg, limits a little bit the motion. It's quite interesting. It's kind of a field of a heel hook without being on the heel.
Yeah, it looks
you
like
cannot see in the camera, but it's on the back side.
It looks like he's trying to stretch that other leg out. It's like a very kind of old school half guard sweep position, a very old school 10th planet.
Meanwhile, it looked for a second there like Finn was trying to get something going there, attacking the head and arm. I mean, so far, Kay's doing a really good job of, we know how dynamic CAREY likes to play. He likes to move a lot. He likes to explode and pass dynamically. And so far, Kay's doing a really good job of shutting that down.
Very good cutting back to the right here.
Yeah.
But this is nice pressure from Finn on top.
Very much. The right hand under the butt there looks very strong to anchor. And he's not very aware that that grip that Kay had was uncomfortable, so he's very limiting that. Very good control here, holding the hands against the body.
He's just slowly breaking through all those frames of Nathan.
Here for the Katagatame, Tom. Very solid control here. Little rush to the Katagatame, lost the elbow, but still in good position.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to dig his head underneath that elbow to get it back. Like, Nathan's hand's not necessarily in the best position, kind of tucked under the elbow. He's not going to be strengthening that arm.
Yeah, and now when you do the lockdown, you need to kind of free.
Yeah.
Yeah, circle outside, come back, there we go. He has to free that knee. Walk to the right and free that knee. It's much easier if you free your right hand and focus to push the opponent's knee down to free that knee before go for Katagatame, because every time you get close to the Katagatame, but there's not enough leverage to be able to for the submission.
Big frame on the right side from Nathan Kay. Finn CAREY really just trying to pressure and cook his opponent with that top pressure there. It's quite funny, it's reminding me a little bit of Kay's teammates' performance in our first prelim that we had on.
Yeah,
that's pretty much
which was Will Nichols.
Yeah.
Really being very patient on top, spending a lot of time in the half guard position. I mean, the difference, of course, is that there's no knee shield here. But yeah, CAREY just being a really great grappling IQ and a level of patience and
yeah, it looks like
you don't expect from a 21-year-old, do you?
Yeah, I mean, he's been training a long time. I think he was 16, 17 when we first saw him. You know, and again, he's trying to dig underneath those elbows. He's got a great position, low down by that waist.
Yeah. Into three-quarter mount and straight into mount position. It's not clean yet.
Not yet.
And I'm not sure it's going to be, but look at the lowness of the hips, the weight through here. Looks like he might try and remove that left leg and pass the side. Kay's trying to stick his hand in for a high elbow guillotine, but I can tell you on the inside there, the grips are going to be so weak. It's going to be super difficult to try and set something up when you're already flat on your back like that.
Yeah. Okay, just to pick the hand out and then smash the hips again. Sorry, Finn.
And there's the pass.
Very clinical. See, no rushing to pass, to take the back. The guard is very controlled there to the back, now controlling the hips. Really good. Oh, wow.
Back take attempt here.
A little bit too soon, but beautiful.
This kid is a problem. Finn CAREY, just 21 years old. One to keep your eye on, yeah. Certainly, grappling like someone far more experienced.
Very much. Very methodical, step by step, everything under control. Not being afraid of going to the left there while the legs are being controlled. Very mature. Very uncomfortable position here for K, because you kind of cannot develop. You need to free the left knee before he does anything against Finn.
Yeah, K has really just been unable to get anything going here so far. We are 25 seconds away from the third and final round of this match. You know, no doubt Finn CACERES is up 2-0.
It's over to Mount now.
Better Mount control now.
Yeah.
Now here is the question, what is the route that CACERES is going to take from this position? Is he going to try and go high with the elbows, transition into S-mount, try and finish on the arms, or is he looking to bring the arm across the body for a back take? We've already seen a little bit of how good K's defensive work is with the back, so if I'm CACERES, I'm going to try and continue to use this pressure to get both arms high and try and finish high on the body.
I mean, that's really what he looks like he's doing. You can see Nathan's trying to turn, but Finn's just shutting it down.
He wants to, maybe possible, Katagatame, he's been fishing there for a while, both on the hooks now. It's harder.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get that double chest wrap.
Yes.
And then he's going to have Nathan in a real bad position.
And he loses that arm, unfortunately, and he might even lose the mount position altogether.
Yeah.
His hips drop below the knee line here, and he's going to have to do some pretty impressive stuff with his legs in order to re-secure. There we go.
Nathan's preventing really well the high mount.
Yep, Nathan back into butterfly guard here.
Get that grip off the shin.
And now we start to see a little bit of that explosive hip movement that
Beautiful
we
leg work.
Saw from CACERES before. Effortless pass from guard to side, from side to mount.
Very good control there. But notice that Nathan, who is on the bottom, every time that he loses one arm, he puts the other one around the hips to recover. So it's very hard to control the mount from that position. Look, he has the right arms locked, but the left one is kind of low. And he turns to the right to avoid pressure.
Yeah, this is a position that I've been teaching a lot and I've been studying a lot. And what I find, if you can get one arm high, my favorite thing to do here is to attack that arm, threaten that arm with, you know, looking even to take something like an Americana, force that second arm to come high to defend, and that gives you your double underhook position.
Yeah.
It can be so difficult to use.
Look, the left arm now is low. See, the one arm is up, but the left one is low.
Yep.
Which keeps the control. But now CACERES is getting closer and closer, shutting him down now. It's more securing.
Might try and bring the arm across and attack the back from here.
He needs to get that arm a little bit more isolated before he switches to the other side.
It's a little bit of the rush. He gets one arm and he's rushing to get the other one too soon, and then gives the opportunity for K to readjust and start going low on the hip.
Yeah.
Elbow so tight, it's very hard to get anything.
He's trying the Ezekiel here.
Yeah, K's defenses is very smart. He's playing the game really well, but
he's
got to do something, right?
The mother's milk, right? Just smothering.
Yeah.
He's going for it.
Yeah.
42 seconds.
Yeah, it's allowed K to get onto his side.
It's all because of those arms, right? Around the hips.
Once again, trying to smother here, and it's a good way of trying to force the opponent underneath to, you know, deviate those elbows away from the body in frustration, but K is too smart, he's too experienced a competitor to allow that to happen. And here we're going to see a back take attempt with just 15 seconds left on the clock. I mean, I can't see switching to the arm. I don't think he's going to get it, but...
Now he's into the Tarata Plata, almost. Oh, he's almost getting it. Like, that's tight.
He's on, huh?
Nice, the Tarata Plata.
That was saved by the bell.
If there was 5-10 seconds left in that match,
that'll be it.
That could have been a finish there, but incredibly dominant performance by Finn CACERES. This kid impresses us every single time. You know, massive props to Nathan K for not just taking this match on less than 24 hours notice, but also putting in a gutsy performance there against a super exciting prospect. I mean, massive prospect coming out of Wales right now is Finn CACERES.
Very smart jiu-jitsu, controlled, patience, and very offensive as well.
And here we
dangerous.
saw.
Yeah, this was
Look at
nice.
that. It was on.
It was very close. It was like super close. Seconds away. Anyway, let's throw it down to our MC tonight to make this decision official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner, Finn KRIS.
And of course, no surprises there. Dominant performance by Finn KRIS. He goes 2-0 on Polaris. Keep an eye on this kid. For our next match in the 72 kilo division, we have two former MMA fighters, Phil Harris taking on Chris Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting in the blue corner, Phil Harris.
First up is 40-year-old Phil Harris. And if you have watched Polaris, you have probably seen Phil Harris before, because this is his 8th appearance on Polaris. We were doing a little bit of maths in the hotel yesterday, and I think only one other person has more appearances on Polaris than Phil. So, I mean, an absolute veteran of this mat, also a UFC veteran, has a 20-12 MMA record. So a guy with a absolutely incredible amount of combat sport experience.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, Chris Edwards.
And his opponent tonight, making his Polaris debut, 34 years old, out of Shaw MMA, is Chris Edwards. 13-12 MMA record, many of those matches in Cage Warriors. He's faced some very, very tough competition there. I believe I actually commentated his last match on Cage Warriors back in 2020. And now transitioning into grappling. This should be a pretty good and exciting matchup.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the lightweight division, scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, official weight 69.2 kilos. Representing Gym 01 and Vitor Shaolin, United Kingdom. From the United Kingdom, please welcome Phil Harris. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 72.5 kilos. Representing Shore MMA. From Wales, let's welcome Chris Edwards.
Polaris is sponsored by Zebra, the world's leading training facility outfitter.
aka mats. As you can see, a lovely Zebra Polaris mats. Shot here from Edwards early.
Feels almost stepping back for the entry then.
And it looks like he's still going for it.
Nice, nice disciplined knee line there though from Chris.
And there is a big difference. One of the big disparities between MMA and grappling is the knowledge on the legs. A lot of MMA guys just really aren't used to the modern leg lock game. Phil Harris has been deep in grappling competition for many years now and a big fan of attacking the legs. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Phil get into some pretty deep positions. And if there's going to be a finish in this match, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a leg lock from Phil.
Yeah, there's a pretty big weight difference in this match as well. It's around about 6 kilos, I think.
Quite visible, that.
Yeah.
But, you know, Phil is so... Oh, there was a guard pull there, but it looked like a flying knee.
Get the inside grip, get the inside grip. Don't allow him the inside grip when you clinch your arm towards that.
Yeah, Phil, a super game opponent. Really happy to take on anyone. Like we said, this is his 8th appearance on Polaris. Spoke to him before and mentioned this, and he said he'd love to get it to 10. He's 40 years old. He doesn't have too many more years left in him competitively at the highest level, but if he can get it to 10, and I hope we can get Phil Harris to 10 appearances on Polaris, that'd be great.
What are you talking about this show?
Hey, his words, not mine. His words, not mine, Braulio.
He's been competing a long time, Braulio.
Yeah, it's very different when you've had, what, 32 MMA fights, professional MMA fights. That puts a lot of miles on your body.
Wow, good interest here by
Very nice.
Edwards.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah. Beautiful shot there by Edwards, yeah.
I mean, Phil was really kind of one of the pioneers in UK MMA, like back in the day,
school.
like
Yes, I remember
2000, early 2000s.
Yeah, made it to UFC.
Yeah.
Looking to set up a triangle here. You can see an overhook on the left-hand side, wrist control on the right-hand side. Edwards being pretty wise to this.
Yeah.
You can see that elbow, just being very aware of what that left elbow's doing. Phil's still trying to get the right leg out in order to throw up a triangle.
Yeah, Edwards needs to really respect that overhook that Phil has. That's why he's kind of try to keep it bent and don't let it stretch.
Phil looks like he's trying to get on the side and put a butterfly hook in and
yes, and
potentially
attack
triangle.
Here we go.
Triangle.
He's
been going for it the whole time. I mean, if only we had someone on the table who knew a thing or two about triangles. Only got one of the best triangles in the game, Braulio Estima right here.
This position is a dream. Look at that.
I mean,
nice
he needs to focus on the head, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really hard position for Chris to get out of, I think.
Very hard. And one thing is the position there is really done, really, to be honest. So you can submit there.
Because the pressure from the right leg is so tight into the left side of the neck of Edwards that this could be enough. I mean, the only thing going against him is going to be the length of Phil's legs are so short.
That's the catch.
Yeah.
Phil is holding the shin and giving the opportunity for Edwards to keep moving the head upwards, which will release the pressure. It's all about the head now.
Yeah.
If he controls
this
the
is
head,
better
pull
for
it down,
him there, yeah.
he should be on.
Chris needs to be careful about driving forward. He's trying to drive that mat, the knee to the mat. But if it allows him to cut the angle here, Phil can cut the angle underneath and get that locked off a little bit tighter.
You can see it's already tighter. There's less of the shoulder in there now as well.
If he pulls the head and keep focus only on the head, if he squeezes knees inwards, is a tap, guaranteed.
I think this might be done here. I think that this is on enough.
It looks like his hand's raising here.
Yeah, it does look like it. I think this might be done. This is a tight position.
It's getting worse now.
Yeah, you can see him changing around the corner.
With those short legs, it's hard to get, but it's easy to finish, and he's really applying everything that he can into this now.
He's getting on.
I mean, the toughness of Chris Edwards to not even tapping at this point.
It's still enough gap, though, but it's going to get worse.
Yeah, Phil just needs to be patient, not over squeeze, take his time.
I mean, here's the thing we've got to talk about, though. Here's the thing we've got to talk about, which is how much energy switches into the armbar here, and this could be done. He tries to get out of there. How tough is Chris Edwards?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
That's super tough.
Oh, my God. Now he's
onto his back, and there's the tap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, what a pressure. Well, how much resilience is this guy?
That's crazy.
Insane. Grittiness. from Chris Edwards there. That triangle looked about as tight as it can get. The armbar looked tighter than it could get. Let's have a look here. Nice takedown by Edwards. We saw immediately Harris was trying to use that overhook to try and set up a triangle. He set up the triangle, really took his time developing that triangle, finally applied all the pressure and then attacked this arm. And I mean, maybe the elbow was just past the groin line. That's my only guess.
Look at the turn.
As he spins and goes onto his back, puts all of that pressure through the elbow and forces the submission. Beautiful work by Phil Harris.
Amazing turn, but we got to give it that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to an armbar, Phil Harris.
Amazing performance here by Phil.
Great performance for his 8th showing on Polaris.
2 more to go.
2 more to go.
Not here on Polaris, guys, but on Phil's career at Polaris.
Exactly.
But when you do get your black belt and you start acting like the big man, remember this. Ooh. Remember. Ooh, ooh. See that?
Scary, isn't it? What the f was that? Little T-Rex arm. Oh shit, I got brought with.
Stay humble though, man. Don't become a mug when you get a black belt.
So today is Great Britain Top Team's pro grappling session. It's actually quite quiet. We've only got about 30 guys on the mat. Usually we get between 40 to 50. It's one of the most popular days down at the gym. It's where the guys don't have to worry about getting punched in the face, not getting slammed from wrestling, and they work on some techniques they might not necessarily do in a fight, and then see if they can transition them over to an MMA match.
So my jiu-jitsu coach is Ashley Grimshaw, who is a high-level black belt himself, and he's also an MMA fighter. You know, retired now, but you know he's been on Bellator, you know, the biggest shows there are. So to have someone like that in my corner is great, and he's also the same weight as me. So you know, there's jiu-jitsu coaches that may be heavyweights, and it's hard for them to kind of, you know, spar and train with their smaller guys, and to have my coach who's the same weight category as me is amazing. And you know, he's also more of a no-gi grappler, so even though he is a black belt in the gi, you know, I'd say he's a high-level black belt in no-gi, so you know, I couldn't ask for a better coach to be you know, teaching me the ways of jiu-jitsu.
You're back now? I was just on my back because I swept you. Come on, you pussy. See this, he cheats and I'm a white belt.
So the last year's been pretty busy. You know, I was set to go on Polaris against Aljamain Sterling, and then I had a UFC fight come up, so obviously, you know, I'm signed to UFC, I can't, you know, turn them down. So yeah, it's been a busy year. You know, the last fight I had didn't quite go my way. You know, I was a bit controversial. You know, there was a lot of kind of cheating, if you like, you know, bad sportsmanship, but, you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and, you know, I'm on a loss at the moment, so I'm looking to get back in there and rectify it. And yeah, Polaris come about. This is a little side mission for me. You know, it's something that I can keep busy, keep active while I'm waiting for my daughter to be born, because I'm waiting for her to be born before I fight again in the UFC anyway. So, you know, it's just something to keep me busy and, you know, keep the ball rolling, you know. So it's good fun to have something to train for. So the changes that I'm doing now, obviously getting ready for Polaris, is just focusing more on the grappling, because, you know, in MMA, if you're on your back, you're losing. You know, you're getting punched and elbowed in the head. The judges are always going to give it to the man that's on top. And being on your back in MMA is not a place you want to be. So now I'm kind of focusing more on that, because, you know, there's a lot of submissions that you can throw off your back. You know, going back to when I first started with jiu-jitsu, I preferred being on my back. You know, you've got triangles, arm bars, lots of submissions that you can throw up. So, you know, I'm quite comfortable being on my back in jiu-jitsu and just working different things, you know, mission control, kind of your Eddie Bravo style stuff. And it's bringing back some memories, if you like. You know, obviously in MMA, the plan is we get on top and we punch. And now I can actually focus on submissions, sweeps, you know, and kind of play around a little bit more. So I definitely think it's going to help with my MMA game as well, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Whoever wins this round wins all the rounds.
As you can see, I don't get very high level rounds here, man.
That's because he's only been going with everyone else. He hasn't gone with me yet. Watch. Just watch.
For me, Polaris is about the fun. You know, at the end of the day, first and foremost, I'm a professional MMA fighter. You know, I do have to fight in the UFC to earn my money, but I'm also a martial artist, you know, and I love to compete. So if I wasn't in the UFC, I would still be competing somewhere, doing something, and Polaris is that competition that I can go and compete against some of the best grapplers on the planet, but in the same sense that I can have fun and enjoy it. You know, there's no real pressure, if you like. You know, of course I'm always coming in to win, but you know, I might try a few things, and if it doesn't work, oh well, it was just a grappling match for me, you know, whereas obviously MMA, you know, when I fight I have to be very serious and it's all about getting the wins, whereas grappling I can enjoy it and have fun, if you like. So I'm looking forward to it, and it gives me a good chance to work on my grappling skills, which will then obviously transfer over to the MMA world. For the game plan in the fight camp as such, you know, a lot of submission attempts. So, you know, obviously people want to see submissions, especially in grappling. You know, it'd be nice to get a submission and not win on points. But, you know, we'll see how the fight goes, and yeah, hopefully I'll come out victorious.
All that training when you were doing that? You're learning, yeah.
I can never reach the hands up.
Doesn't matter. All right, guys, I say GB, you say top team. GB! Top team! Good work.
I guess to compete in Polaris, it feels good. You know, I finally get to compete in Polaris. It'll be my first time going to Wales, and so it should be a fun trip as well. I guess it came about because I don't know if it was. I think I reached out to them and asked them out and told them that I would like to compete in one of their shows and stuff. They considered it and tried to get me on before, but the card fell through. So they just, I guess they kept me in mind, and they had some guy fall out of this card and called me up in short notice and said if I wanted to go out there and grapple Nathaniel Wood. No, I mean, I just more excitement. I've never been there before, so I will take some time out to explore all the free time that I have. I will try and explore, especially the last day, but I don't think I'm going to stay there too long. But other than that, it feels normal, you know, like to me, I mean, a grappling match is definitely less anxiety than a UFC fight, so it shouldn't be too crazy, but it is exciting to compete. No, it's training as usual. We just do we have different days, some days grappling, some days more striking oriented, but for the most part it's mixed martial arts. But it's been good since we moved back. I feel like it. I've only wrestled UFC guys or grappled UFC guys, so I haven't really felt what it's like to grapple an actual jiu-jitsu competitor. But it feels like kind of like we're sparring, you know, like we know each other, we know of each other, and then it's like we're just having to go at it at a gym or something. It doesn't feel too crazy. A little bit of both. I always like to try and keep like my body warm, I guess you would say. But for the most part, you can always achieve that, like walking around, visiting places, so you can have the best of both worlds. Usually when I go out to fights, I usually do that for just to keep my body warm and cut weight a little bit, is just kind of walk around the city and explore a lot for a very long period of time, and you'll lose a lot of weight as at the same time you get to have fun and see new things. Honestly, and it's not that I just don't care to know anything. It's just I don't watch fight sports or sports in general, so I'm not really into it. But I know he fights in the UFC. That's what I heard. He recently moved up to 145, I believe. But he weighs 170 pounds. That's well, I honestly can't tell you. It should be an exciting match, you know, like always. I always go out there and hopefully put on a show, and that's the best I can hope for.
The one after that, and do the same pass. Okay. Now Richie's gonna have his frame.
Some energy tonight. Yeah. It's like I was just saying to Gary there, like one of my dreams was to open my own gym, have a lot of my friends, lots of high level people come and visit down. So it's always some buzz, to be honest. It's like one of the most exciting things. Gets me hyped up more than 10 cups of coffee, like, so. Good session on the mats tonight. Having Keith over is unreal. Like he's so humble, he kind of underrates himself nearly, but he's one of the best people in the world, like one of the top couple of people in the world. So learning a shit ton of technique from him, getting loads of training in, and again, it's a good buzz for all the lads, because sometimes you can study as much as you want online, you can drill as much as you want, but you actually have to feel that top level to like absorb a bit. So I feel like now over the next couple of weeks, everyone will have leveled up big time, and hopefully we'll see him have a really good performance in the next competition as well. So it's winners all around.
Yeah, training's awesome. Ireland's awesome. I've been having a great time. Like, could not have asked for a better place to do a camp for Polaris and trials and or anything really. Like, you know, great energy here. Great, yeah, great roles. Great collaborative effort. You know, amongst all the students. Like, it's the exact ideal environment to train and really hone in on, you know, getting better. Like, training with Tom has been absolutely amazing. Like, he's like has such a great mind for jiu-jitsu. He also has the skill and ability. So he's not just like a great instructor. He's a great training partner and a great coach as well. So like, it's literally everything you could want at a gym or from an instructor. And I mean, already I feel like my game has improved quite a bit, and I've taken a lot of the things that he's been showing, and I've already added them to my game, which I'm very happy about. And man, it's just been, yeah, like just really great all experience all around. I feel great. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter who they put in front of me, you know, like my mission is always the same. Like I think I'm a good competitor because like winning is always my focus, you know. I'm not you know, I'm there to you know, put on a show. I'm there to put on a great match, but you know, my objective is always to win, and that, you know, my you know, paths to victory usually line up with you know, exciting finishes and exciting scrambles and exciting, you know, and action. Really, my path to victory isn't to make it boring and to stall out. You know, my best game is pushing for the submission, hunting submissions, and just that makes for very exciting matches. So you know, my focus is on beating whoever they put in front of me and taking home the title, you know. But I think I have a very entertaining style, and I am aiming to put on a very good match at the same time. I'll be back for sure. I want to come back for every season. I think get a good look at Ireland. You know, summer, spring, fall, winter. It's just such a cool place. I love it. I want to explore the entire, you know, country. I want to, you know, go to as many pubs as I can, go to as many castles as I can, train in as many gyms as I can as well. I'd like to, you know, spread, you know, my flavor of jiu-jitsu wherever I can, you know, and yeah, just like get as much training and as much, you know, touristy looks at the country as I can.
I'm not doing any work. Yeah. Well, when you do too.
Yeah, winning Polaris title would mean a lot. I've been watching Polaris since I, you know, probably started training, and you know, I've competed on here a few times now, and I'm just like super grateful to, you know, have the opportunity to fight for the title.
So yeah, this was a last-minute match. However, I know I'm good enough to beat anyone in the world at 66 kilograms. So I'm going to go out there and show that.
It seems like he's just recently found a lot of success, and that means he's very confident, so that's always a dangerous grappler to go against. Beyond that, I think he's very skilled and pretty well-rounded, like shockingly well-rounded, so looking forward to testing myself in all areas against him.
Pressure's mostly on Keith, I feel. He's a big name fighting me who's making a name, so pressure's on Keith. I'm not super well known yet, And if you don't know me, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if you take a match against me. That I can guarantee.
Something that I think the crowd should be watching out for is probably my Gogo Plata. Shout out Richie Martinez, my coach. Very, very good rubber guard. I think if I can get Gogo Plata locked up, it's pretty much done.
And welcome back to our Polaris prelims. We have two massive spotlight matches now. Starting off, we have the 66 kilo Polaris championship belt on the line as Scotland's Cam Donnelly takes on the USA's 10th Planet San Diego's KEITH KRIKORIAN.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting in the blue corner, Cammy Donnelly.
First to walk is Cam Donnelly, 28 years old, competing out of Scotland, representing B Team. This is his Polaris debut on relatively short notice. I think only a week ago did the opponents change. The opponent, you know, this matchup has changed multiple times, and Cam coming in late notice to save this match. Very, very exciting up-and-coming grappler. He took second place at ADCC European Trials. And a big step up in competition for him here as he takes on the very established KEITH KRIKORIAN.
And now let's welcome, fighting in the red corner, KEITH KRIKORIAN.
His opponent tonight, 26-year-old KEITH KRIKORIAN, 10th Planet black belt under the boogeyman, Richie Martinez. ADCC West Coast Trials winner in 2022, and that is no easy feat, I will tell you. He is the Grapplefest title holder. He kept his belt, winning just 3 weeks ago on Grapplefest. He's been out in Ireland training over the last couple of weeks with a former Polaris rival, now training partner, Tom Halpin. We've seen him a few times on Polaris. We saw him on the Polaris Squads event versus Team Brazil, I believe, in this very venue.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the action started. Our next bout is for the Polaris featherweight title, and it's scheduled for 10 minutes. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 66.4 kilos. Representing B Team from the United States, he is the ADCC European Trials runner-up, Cammy Donnelly. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 66 kilos. Representing 10th Planet San Diego from the United States, he is the former ADCC East Coast champion and Polaris veteran. Let's welcome KEITH KRIKORIAN.
Polaris is sponsored by Warrior. Brought the low sugar, high protein, and ridiculously tasty. Try Warrior Crunch today.
Okay, we have our match started off here. Straight away, Cam on his back playing guard. I mean, this is, you know, we have to admit this is a big step up in competition for Donnelly here. I mean, an absolutely huge scalping KRIKORIAN if he's able to get the victory here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Keith looked amazing in his last performance on Polaris. He faced out Tom Halpin. Beautiful, I think, remember, a leg drag, took his back and choked him. Very, very good performance, very solid.
And, you know, Cam went already trying to get the game on, like dangling the legs. And
yeah, I mean, this was the game that he was playing at Trials. He got all the way through to the final, losing to Owen Jones. I believe it was by points. You know, had a really good run. I mean, the European Trials this year were very, very high level. Some great competitors in there. And yeah, for Cam to get to the final is a real feather in his cap.
And it certainly does look like there's a game plan for Donnelly, and that is to get underneath and attack the legs. I mean, it's not going to be an easy feat against KRIKORIAN, but not a bad game plan.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job of actually controlling those legs when he does try to enter. He's struggling to kind of free up his feet and his ankles.
Yeah, there's no space to adjust for the pass, right? It's defensive mode all the time.
I mean, this is, we also know, I'll mention yet again, that this is Cam Donnelly's debut on Polaris, and to debut for a title is almost unheard of. Heel hook attempt here by KRIKORIAN.
Yeah, nice little change up from Keith, switching from the passing into the leg locks.
I think an accidental eye poke there, unfortunately. Timeout. And hopefully nothing too bad.
Yeah, it happens.
He's wiping his nose. Or maybe it was a little knock to the nose, it looks like, actually. And you know what that's like. You take a knock to the nose, the eyes water. You know, we're grapplers. We're soft. We can't. We don't want to get punched in the face.
No one wants to get punched in the head in jiu-jitsu.
No. We've had some MMA fighters on here tonight. That is not what we are. We're soft grapplers.
Well, my face would say different.
I mean, you have competed professionally in MMA. That's very different, Braulio.
No, there was plenty of knees from my brother Victor in grappling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I really like the way that Cam came into the game. Really offensive, making Keith rethink the approach, not making him comfortable.
Yeah, that's it. You know, Keith has really not been able to get super comfortable because how aggressive Cam has been on these legs thus far.
Look at that.
Yep. And using the leg entanglement, the sweep here, and KRIKORIAN sweeps straight back, elevation of the leg there to stop Cam from elevating. Takes top position again. Great pace to this match already. Yeah. Hopefully they can maintain this throughout.
Yeah, I think Keith has to start getting a little bit more tight, like Phil did, right? Because this kind of guard, versatile to both sides, you won't be able to pass Toriano.
More leg entries from Donnelly here. We are seeing a lot more high-level grappling coming out of Scotland at the moment. Cam is sort of leading the way here. Of course, we have Shea Montague as well. And I believe that Cam is opening his own academy, Metatech Grappling Academy, just next weekend.
Into the arm.
Armbar here from KRIKORIAN.
Well defended.
Very nicely defended. He's got to watch the triangle here.
Keith
and the arm is still on.
Oops, he's on.
And there is the tap.
Wow.
Beautiful transition from Keith.
And it was the same kind of armbar that he did on the highlight before the fight.
Yep.
Right?
I mean, that is a beautiful performance, a measured performance by KRIKORIAN, able to defend against some of the early leg lock entries, and once he was able to get an attack on the upper body, took full advantage on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the reset. It was kind of strange guard pass, kind of dive
Jumps
through.
over. I can't see whether he has a Kimura grip on the far side.
Dive into the Kimura grip.
I mean, it's such an effective way to bypass someone who's who's got a great guard, is to jump over the guard with an attack, with a threat on the Kimura there. But we have a new title holder for our Polaris under 66 kilo division.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by tap out due to an armbar, and is now the new Polaris featherweight champion, KEITH KRIKORIAN.
Here you go then, Tom. What an interesting armbar, yeah? He jumped, securing focus only on the arm, and there was a time that he lost the position.
I'm here with your winner tonight, KEITH KRIKORIAN. Keith, talk me through that performance quickly.
Yeah, that was great. That was really fun. I tend to be a very slow starter, so sorry if the action was kind of stalling a bit, but happy to give you guys a good submission, and man, thank you all, everyone for coming. Thank you, Polaris, for having me. I'm so pumped. I'm fucking feeling really great right now, so man, I'm excited for more opportunities like this. This is very, very fun.
And that finish there, just correct me if I'm wrong, but it looked like you attacked the Kimura to jump over the guard there and then finish with the armbar.
Just throwing out subs, that's all I do. Like, that's all I do. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about sweeping, I don't care about scrambling. I just want to sub you from wherever. So that's my mentality, and yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed that.
And of course, there's been lots of changes in this match to opponents. There were a few opponents that you were meant to go against and it changed. Which of them, if any, or anyone else that you're going to look to defend your title against?
Anyone and everyone. I want all the guys. I'm 26 years old. I feel like I'm just now approaching the prime of my career. I've been around a long time, but I'm just now starting to take it seriously. I'm ready to put on way better matches, better performances. I'm getting, closer and closer to my peak, I believe. So, man, I'm just pumped, super excited for the opportunity. Doesn't matter who they put on the mats. I'm gonna fucking come for it. I'm gonna go for it. Man, I'm just super pumped to be doing all this. This is awesome.
Fantastic work, ladies and gentlemen. Your new 66 kilo champion, KEITH KRIKORIAN.
Tom, I really like that setup that he did. He made the grip on the wrist, both hands, and then turn around, straightening, and then adjusting the legs after. I found this really interesting.
Yeah, it was really nice use of the triangle to kind of pull him back into the armbar. Fantastic performance from KEITH.
I'm very excited to be grappling on Polaris. This is actually my first ever grappling competition. Back when I was starting my career, I wanted to do grappling events just to get experience, but I couldn't afford to pay. Now I'm getting paid to grapple and I'm one of the best shows in the world. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing my grappling skills on such a big stage.
I'm very excited to compete on the Polaris stage. One, because I've been trying to get on for a while, and they just didn't have room for me on the cards. And I'm glad that even if they called me short notice to do it, it's really cool. I always take that out of my mind. I never have any concerns about that. To me, we're all just men and we're all trying to compete and see who's the better man that night.
I can't say I know exactly what his grappling skills are like because obviously mixed martial arts is so different. I believe obviously that I've got the skill set to beat him. I'm sure he's coming in the same. So, I just like to think that we'd put on an exciting match for the crowd.
If I can trap a submission, using my quick-wittedness, then that's what I'll be looking for. But other than that, I'll be looking to get the finish every time.
And now for the main event of our prelim card, we have two current UFC fighters going at it. We have the USA's CACERES taking on the UK's Nathaniel Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, fighting in the blue corner, CACERES.
First to make the walk is CACERES, aka Bruce Leroy, 35 years old, competing out of Zen, Ronin and MMA Lab. I believe he's 15th ranked UFC fighter in the featherweight division. I mean, a huge amount of experience in the UFC, 29 fights in the UFC. He is 16-12 in the UFC with one no contest, 21 and 14 overall. I remember watching him way back in the day on The Ultimate Fighter, GSP versus Koscheck, and is a late replacement for Mason Jones as he takes on Nathaniel Wood here tonight.
And now let's welcome, fighting on the red corner, Nathaniel the Prospect Wood.
And his opponent tonight is the UK's Nathaniel Wood, the Prospect. He has been making some massive waves in the UK MMA scene. It's great to see him representing the UK out on the world stage, competing out of GBTT. 10 fights in the UFC, 7-3 so far, 19-6 MMA record overall. We've been trying to get Nathaniel on Polaris for years, and they've always fallen through, or he's had other, other events. COVID happened, and he got called for MMA. And of course, this isn't their main sport. They are MMA fighters, and this is just a little bit of fun for both of these guys, and we are here for it.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is in the lightweight division and is our YouTube Spotlight Bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 73.7 kilos. Representing Zen Ronin and MMA Lab from the United States. He is a 29-fight UFC veteran with 7 submission victories to his name. Let's welcome Alex Caceres. And now his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 72.5 kilos. Representing Great Britain top team from the United Kingdom. He is the former Cage Warriors Bantamweight champion and UFC veteran. Let's welcome Nathaniel the Prospect Wood.
The boys want to fight. I like that start. That kind of start.
Polaris is sponsored by Gentle Art Apparel, a collection of premium clothing by 10-time world champion Roger Gracie.
And these guys are going at it here, and it's always interesting to see how MMA fighters make the transition into grappling. Caceres has had 3, I believe, grappling matches.
He fought Clay Guida, right?
Yeah, he's fought Clay Guida in one of them. I mean, he's got good grappling for MMA. As our MC there, Michael Vale, said, 7 submission victories in MMA.
Nice takedown.
Nathaniel, however, is known for more of a striker, and this will be the first time that he's competing in pure grappling. But already you can see throwing out some
nice
great takedown. I think beautiful.
Yeah, that was fast.
I mean, one of the big differences, I know both of their training. When you're training for MMA, you do not spend time on your back. You're never, the guard is basically not a thing in MMA. You're never going to want to be there. You're always going to want to get back up. Whereas, obviously, pure grappling, a lot of people are very happy to play that guard position for extended periods of time. And for a lot of people, that's even the preference.
Yeah, you could see Alex went up straight away.
Yeah. Most of those 7 MMA submission victories for Caceres do come via rear naked choke. No surprises there. Certainly the highest percentage submission in all of MMA. So don't be surprised to see Caceres trying to get to the back of Wood.
Yeah, he will have to take him down first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit more challenged. Wood's a little bit shorter than him. So
he's such
natural
a great
takedowns now. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a very good setup. He moves the arms down to get the step forward and catch with the legs. That's pretty interesting.
Nice catch of the leg as well. Oh.
Just 2 minutes into this match and 3 takedowns for Wood so far.
Very interesting the way that he kind of hook on.
He's trying to do it back. Big smile on the face there.
It's quite unusual, right? You kind of hook with the heel on the back of the knee to catch the legs. It's surprising because the reaction of the opponent is to step back and then you fall. Really good. Learning.
There you go. Every day's a school day, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was predicting, eh?
Yeah.
He was expecting that coming.
And a very different reaction underneath from Wood as to what Caceres had. Wood looking like he's a little bit more comfortable to play the guard position versus we saw 3 times Alex immediately get back up. But it looks like Wood might be going for a sweep there, but instead it's Caceres that secures the pass.
Just momentarily, goes back into the half guard. And you can see Wood's on that half guard position coming up to the dogfight.
Very good recovery here by Woods. Now he'll think twice before going for that hook.
Because that's, of course, when you hook onto a leg, if you're a little bit off balance, you've also, it's almost a 50-50 position, isn't it?
If you're expecting it, yeah.
Yeah. If you get the timing right, you're going to come out on top. Maybe a little bit more respect now. Nice overreaction to that feint. Impressed so far by the wrestling of Nathaniel. A little accidental eye poke there, and certainly not on purpose. Wood immediately apologetic. Eye pokes are a real issue in MMA, and it seems that even when they take the gloves off and there's no striking, can still be a bit of an issue.
Could see the contrast of the accent here.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. God damn, man.
A Brazilian impersonating an American and a Brit
well
in
as well,
Wales.
yeah.
Can't say that Polaris isn't international.
It definitely is. Here we go again.
Again, pick up on that leg. Beautiful
Very
single leg.
I like that a lot.
Look, for a second there, maybe Caceres was thinking about going for a scissor takedown. Or a Cammy Donnelly, I believe it's called.
It is, yeah, learning, Dan. I'm so proud.
Thank you. Thought it was a sushi originally.
Woods here pinching Caceres' leg so he doesn't stand up. Pinching with the knee. He's trying to do the technical stand up. Oh, steamer lock maybe.
Great pace to this match so far. You know, really, we've seen lots of, we're so lucky on Polaris to have access to these guys that are in the UFC. Obviously, we're on UFC Fight Pass. We've got a great relationship with the UFC. And it means that we get a lot of these really interesting matches that you're very unlikely to see. In this case, Nathaniel Wood, UFC fighter who has never competed in pure grappling. We're seeing him on Polaris tonight. And we've had loads of UFC fighters. We've had former champions. And what can happen sometimes is that two MMA fighters can cancel each other out a little bit, and we end up with a little bit of a stalemate. But in this match so far, they've been really going for it. They've not been afraid to sacrifice a little bit in order to get something going here, and just beautiful standing grappling and takedown attempts here from Nathaniel Wood. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's very unique the way that he approaches.
Yeah, a lot of this hooking on the outside of the leg to try and get that off balance. And
yeah, it's very non-traditional, right?
So nice. I
He's using it like a foot sweep, though. Yeah.
I really like the timing. I'm definitely going to try this next week.
Feel sorry for all of your training partners, Brad. Yeah. You've got a new trick to take home to them.
Man, with those long legs,
didn't get anywhere. We have not seen too much in terms of actual grappling on the ground here. There's a feint from Caceres.
But also the MMA stance doesn't help.
Yes.
To defend that though.
Yeah, do your throw. I know what you want. Just go for it. I know you're going for it. Just hit it, buddy.
Clinch position.
Yeah, I can hear the corner calling for something.
Again, trying to use that inside hook with the leg to pick up the single leg.
3.5 minutes. You've got to stop doing underhead control.
Can't quite hear what the ref's saying there.
I think he's just encouraging them to push the pace a little bit.
I don't know. I think these guys are.
I think it was good.
I think that a little bit critical.
I'm enjoying it. It's very technical.
Yeah, it is.
It's an interesting
attempt.
In both directions as well, I feel. Snap down attempt here into takedown, defended by Caceres.
I mean, they've upped the pace even more, though, so that's always a good thing.
Screw it, tell him again. There you go, another.
Yeah.
He's using this hook like a foot sweep.
It's so good. There is a lot to it. He's trying to get the right timing when he steps back.
But it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because you're not going to get the angle change, you know, the exposure to the back that you really generally use for a foot sweep in MMA. You're going to have this much more square-on stance. It's going to be difficult to clinch and get throw-bys and arm drags and stuff like that. So being able to get so much of an off-balance in just from in front using that hook. But, I mean, so far, just incredible performances, incredible performance with these takedowns from Nathaniel Wood.
Because you don't telegraph as well, so the leg is closer to his legs. Very interesting.
You know, so many people, they look at what the upper body is doing to work out where the telegraph is coming from, and when the lower body is leading, it can be much harder to get a read on. Yeah.
And you could see when Woods kind of faked the double, how fast,
how big a reaction. Yeah. Yeah, he's made Caceres very jittery and really overreacting to a lot of these movements.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of keeping him down on the mat this time as well, keeping those feet elevated.
Well,
so
you know,
I'm
wondering whether Caceres is thinking, I'm actually, you know, that this stand-up battle is getting away from me a little bit. Maybe I'll try and play off my back, and that quickly answers my question, which is no intention to do that.
Minute 45, you've got a minute 45.
It's giving me a little bit of a deja vu from our prelim match, Christian OZBEK and Shane Price here, where we're just going to have a bit of a stand-up battle, and I'll take you down, but you stand back up and we'll keep on going. Another beautiful shot for a single leg. Defended though.
Again there.
Caceres going to try and take the back now.
Beautiful.
And we already know how good Caceres is on the back. He's straight on there, and this could be a massive upset.
As well.
Into a body triangle. 1 minute 15. And this would be a huge upset because Nathaniel Wood has certainly won all 3 rounds so far. But, you know, this is Caceres' position. This is where he likes to get to finish. He has lots of finishes in MMA. They all come from the back. And he's got the back now.
I thought he almost had the short choke there for a second. Nathaniel's done a good job of changing the angle.
Yeah, exactly. The angle is not quite there, but Caceres has managed to get it back, and he's got 50 seconds. It's quite a bit of time to work here.
Yeah. The right hand should be the one for the choke then.
Yeah.
And you wonder whether he's just going to go over the face here. So I believe that Wood is going to lose, assuming that he doesn't get finished in the next 35 seconds. He will lose this final round. He should still win the decision. I imagine that he'll be up on the other 2 rounds. But, I mean, a massive change of momentum here as Caceres manages to take the back.
Caceres, it looks like he might...
I'm very surprised that he's not attacking his right hand.
I mean, great defensive work from Nathaniel.
Nathaniel needs to be careful there. He's, if he's using those hands for support, it's going to be much harder to defend the choke. See Alex
over the
face
here.
Finish on your feet.
And a little too little, too late. He's switching to the armbar here. And there we go. A fantastic match. It really was.
Really good match.
Got to see a bit of grappling at the end there with Caceres.
That was a fast back take as well.
I mean, fantastic back take. You wonder what would happen if he had taken that a couple of minutes earlier.
Yeah.
But we are going to go to the judges' scorecard now. I think we can be pretty sure who's going to win this.
Oh, this is
the counter.
Yeah, the counter from Alex.
But what a match.
Really great match, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, he was using all kinds of ways. Like there was a foot sweep.
From the inside, the outside.
Yeah, entry to the double as well, we saw here.
I'm very intrigued by why he didn't attack the rear naked choke with the right hand instead, because of the position of the leg, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, he had both hands pretty much free to try and do that, and he was really just focused on throwing that left hand underneath.
Interesting.
Let's throw it over to the announcer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they see it for your winner, Nathaniel Wood.
I'm here with your winner, Nathaniel Wood, and new black belt. Let's start off talking about the match. Just give me your thoughts. We were super blown away with your wrestling there. Really, really impressive. Your use of this inside hook to pick up the leg, almost using it like a foot sweep in a lot of occasions. Other times using it to try and get that takedown. You hit a lot of takedowns in that match. Was that sort of the plan going in?
Yeah, so I've always used my trips and stuff a lot. You know, I think it's very energy efficient. Obviously, Alex is a very dangerous opponent. He's very wiry, you know, very long limbs. I was training for a 77-kilo guy. So I wasn't quite ready for a long-limbed, you know, skinnier version of who I was facing. So, yeah, I had to be careful, man. And, you know, I would have liked to have given a little bit better of a performance, but sorry, guys.
Well, I thought it was a fantastic performance, really, really entertaining, really enjoyable. the first time that you've competed in a pure grappling show. We've been trying to get you on Polaris for ages. How was your experience? Are you going to want to do it again?
Yeah, it was amazing. I could never afford to do grappling matches growing up, you know, obviously pursuing MMA as a career. And now I'm getting paid to be on one of the biggest promotions in the world. So, you know, it was, thanks for having me.
And finally, how does it feel to get your black belt? Is that more important than the win, or?
Long overdue. You know, I've been waiting for a while for this, so it's about time.
Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Nathaniel Wood. I'm here with your runner-up, Alex Caceres. Give me your thoughts on the match. I thought it was super entertaining, and of course, you managed to get to the back right at the end there and almost get the upset. Just tell me what's going through your head.
Well, yeah, it's nothing really. It's just a competition. I can't really tell you too much. You know, he did better on the takedowns, and you know, kept going for it. I tried to secure it to the floor and see if we can maneuver a little bit more down there, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, this is the first time I believe that you've competed in the UK, in Wales. What's been your experience?
So far, it's been good. I've been taking a trip around the town and went down to Cardiff as well. Really nice places to look at, and competing here is always fun. First time competing here, but I mean, doing jiu-jitsu tournaments is always fun. Helps me get a little more comfortable with the grappling game that's always been a facet of my game that I needed to work on. So just getting out here in a competitive level and doing that has helped me by far a lot to compete better in the UFC.
And I know that you are coming back from an injury a little while ago, weren't you? And you're getting back in the competition now. Are we going to see you back in the octagon anytime soon?
Yeah, May 11th I should have a fight coming up. Did come off of an injury. I broke my arm. I believe I was doing a spinning back fist and landed on the guy's forehead. Broke my ulnar bone in the first round. Was able to make it down the way down to a decision, but lost by a split decision there. So coming back again, so it feels good though.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing you again in the octagon. Thank you very much for coming and appearing on Polaris. Alex Caceres.
So I decided to start training jiu-jitsu when I was really young. I was watching the UFC one day on a pay-per-view, and I got inspired by the combat sports since then. Jiu-jitsu has impacted my life by keeping me disciplined and keeping me on track with my external life goals as well. It keeps me disciplined and keeps me out of trouble as well. It's like, it gives me a long-term goal to work towards. The Warrior has been really helpful in terms of supplying me with the correct supplements necessary for training, so a lot of pre-workouts, a lot of post-workout nutrition. So I always feel confident knowing that I've prepared properly for fight with my nutrition and my training, knowing that I'm faster, stronger and fitter than anyone else that steps on the mat with me.
He's looking for the head and arm choke here. Trying to find a frame around her leg. She's looking.
That has been our Polaris 27 prelims. Hope you've enjoyed. Remember, at 7 o'clock on UFC Fight Pass, we have this incredibly entertaining under 77 kilo division. Luis Paulo taking on PJ Botch. Max Hansen taking on Espen Matheson. Levi Jones-Leary taking on the late replacement Shane Curtis, and Harrison Wood taking on ADCC European Trials winner Joseph Chen. We also have a massive main event for the title, 135-pound title. We have Brianna St. Marie taking on ADCC and world champion Fionn Davis. We will see you back going live at 7 o'clock UK time. We'll catch you then.
gonna do some rodizos, like passing drills. I'll put the guys in like a seated guard. I'll put the guys in a supine guard. Working on we've been doing a lot of recovery stuff. I've been working my own recoveries a lot, so I've been getting these guys on board with it, and just passing like a lot of looser passing, outside passing, things like that. Just messing around, north south passing, fun stuff. Need some jams, some yerba mate. Above and beyond. Saturday morning jams. Let's go. What's up, everybody? This is PJ, the Butter Panther Barch. We just got done a little Saturday morning session here at Tampana South Bay. After a long week of training, I just got in to mix it up with my students and get some clips for Polaris, and just had a good class going. And yeah, just prepping, man. Long week of training. It's an interesting cast. I'm excited for it because it's actually like all people that, at least so far, that I haven't had matches with, and I feel like I've been kicking around with a lot of the same people for the past few years, and it hasn't been as fun. It's a lot of guard players. I think it's Europeans, a lot of them so far on the list. I guess Chen's not really European, but he does compete in their trials and stuff. But I saw that Epson kid, who I don't follow too closely, but from what I hear, and I'll probably do a little bit of research and study, but he's kind of like a Langacker guard player, gi guy type. Obviously Joseph Chen is like a really exciting match. I think he'll be one of the few guys to try to wrestle with me, since he's been working that a lot and he looks pretty good on his feet. So he'll be a really fun match, and a lot of people are excited for who he is. So I'm excited to try to test him out and see how he feels. Levi, yeah, that's another like curious matchup for me too. Like another guard guy, a little bit different style maybe than the other guys. He has that Arambolo style and stuff, and always seems like a fun guy to mix it up with and try to pass and, you know, get into leg lock battles with and things like that. I've been trying to understand the guard a bit better myself, like just for recovery purposes, and then, you know, for my own passing purposes. I had to kind of deconstruct like how everybody recovers guard, and then kind of so I had to like really learn all the ins and outs of all the guard recoveries to start learning how to pass the guards a lot better, and mapping in like a really solid plan for passing different kinds of guards and things like that, which has been like a huge kind of deconstruction process in those days that we come in the mornings. You know, the wrestling is like a little more auxiliary right now. It's been a lot of guard passing, a lot of guard, and then a lot of submission work as well. I'm going back into some submissions and things like that. Just things that like I didn't focus on so heavily for ADCC that I'm coming back to and relearning and stuff. And honestly, like, just training's been a lot of fun, and I've been adding a lot of new things and stuff that like probably I don't want to say, but the training is going really good, and there's like I'm learning a ton right now. I'm learning the most I've learned it since my ADCC camp.
Fucking bully.
You know, I decided to come to London early, you know, to acclimatize and get ready for this, you know, taking this one super seriously, you know, so yeah, I decided to come to London grapple. Lachlan was telling me, Lachlan Giles in Australia was telling me that, you know, it's a really good gym, a lot of awesome rolls, and he wasn't lying. Like, the vibe here has been great, and, you know, I couldn't have, like, yeah, found a better place to get ready for. Yeah, I went to Unity when, you know, I just gotten my purple belt in 2015. And yeah, like, I went for a few months, then, you know, Murillo basically offered for me to sleep at the gym and, you know, help him with classes, and he'd look after me, and then from there, you know, I didn't look back, and definitely some of the hardest but funnest, most rewarding, you know, years ever, like, got me to where I am today. And I always tell people now, like, it's impossible for me to like have a hard training session, you know, because like nothing is ever as difficult as that training was in that old Unity. There was just something different about it, like you said, like when the doors were locked and the windows were closed and you had to do like 15 10-minute rounds plus half an hour of sprawling. Like I felt like you're on the verge of a panic attack every day just from the claustrophobia and overheating. So like, yeah, like it's funny, like everyone's like, hey, today's gonna be a tough session, and I just feel like no training is ever hard anymore, which is like good. But yeah, I'm happy they you moved gyms, and like the new gym is like giant, and even if Murillo makes a really hard training, like you can still breathe, so it's never like that hard.
It's been an amazing week along the grapple here with Levi. He's been absolutely decimating everybody in the gym. Probably one of the best guys I've ever rolled with. Like, usually I can get out of people's back control, but once he's it's game over. His classes have been amazing. He's shown some guard retention stuff, shows some back take stuff as well. It's just been great vibes, great training, just an amazing week.
But if the hips are facing you, I've always been drawn to that style, you know, of like taking the back from anywhere, because I believe it's like the best style to have against stronger opponents, you know. Once you get behind somebody, it doesn't matter how big they are, how strong they are, like it's even, you know. So I really think that's like the ideal of jiu-jitsu, to always look for the back, and that is my style, you know. You know, never like forcing anything, always going around, always like flowing to the back take. Yeah, definitely inspired a lot from top position. You know, my passing and stuff is really heavily influenced by my professor, Murillo Santana. So from top, I'm doing like a lot of pressure passing, which I feel like it's taken me a long time to get good at passing. Like almost like 10 years training under Murillo until it's like finally clicked for me how to like properly pass. You know, just didn't come as naturally for me as like the Berimbolo game, but now I feel like I'm at a stage where I'm like really complete in that aspect. Like if I get on top, I have very good pressure, and then if I'm on bottom, I can like just hunt for the back. Nobody has really dedicated that much of their, you know, years training just to specializing in that position. I believe I've just gotten so much better at it over the years that like I think I'll be able to take everybody's back. And you know, once I get to their back, I can just submit them eventually. So honestly, like everybody in that division I've really wanted to compete against. I think like this division is almost like the ADCC Worlds bracket, you know, just missing like a few people. So honestly, every single person in that division, standout names I guess would be like Joseph, PJ. I think a match with Espin would be awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a really, really cool bracket. I think everybody's gonna have like a really cool, like fun time watching it.